Hola.
Right, yeah.
Back
Someone said
like
my
you
name a
never.
minute. Someone said my name a minute ago, but carry on.
I said your name in theory. I was saying I want you to explain why you think pudding isn't evil, because I feel like people were saying that we're in denial.
Mm.
It,
Yeah, there's no
but you
theories
brought
about
up
that.
some great points as to why you
The thing
like
is,
pudding.
when it comes to like these chapters where there's like a massive plot twist, we've been reading the series now or watching the series for 850 chapters, right? And we know that Oda, he doesn't put things up so easily. For example, for us to predict at the very start of the arc that this lady was evil based on her misguiding them to the island, based on her, kind of like her connections not making sense, her lying about meeting Sanji previously when she never had, that made us believe that she was evil. That's too simple for Oda. And for it to come now, it's like, what for me it was like, whoa, that's a big plot twist. But then I thought back to like her flashback about Lola and how she looks up to Lola, the person that decided her own wedding, the person that was independent of Big Mom. She looks up to her. For her to do something like this to Sanji doesn't. Lola to also say that Big Mom's a pirate they can trust doesn't add up. For Pudding to also, in the first time we ever saw her back on Fishman Island, to be disgusted with Big Mom when she's eating those sweets or whatever, doesn't add up. And then also this chapter, what she says to Reiju, why Reiju's even in her room, doesn't add up.
Exactly.
So we need to discuss why these things are happening and why they're out of place before we can decide.
Like the thing is, you guys are real quick to say that she's evil because of this one action, even though like all of this time everyone was like dead set on her being good. Like, why would she open up all of her plots and plans to Reiju, knowing full well that Reiju could easily go back and tell this to all of the Vinsmokes? Like it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, this is
Like
my
you
theory.
can't take everything from face value.
I think that basically what she's doing is that she's kind of like setting up the Vince Smokes and the Big Mom Pirates versus each other. Like she's trying to like tell Reiju that like she's like some like super evil pirate and that she's like one of Big Mom's favorite daughters and that Big Mom always planned on betraying the Vince Smokes the entire time. And then she's gonna somehow like she's gonna make it seem like she messed up and then Reiju's gonna escape, right? And she's gonna tell the Vince Smokes of the plans, and then it's gonna set the Vince Smokes and the Big Mom Pirates against each other.
Exactly.
And that would be her plan the entire time.
So what does Sanji do here? What do you guys think Sanji does?
Like I don't know, like this wasn't even made for Sanji's ears. Like I don't think he was meant to hear that. I think that would go against her plan, if anything. But if he just plays it cool, acts like he doesn't know that he's heard anything, just
But can
carries
you
on
do that?
acting like he's under her control, quote unquote.
Here's the
Sanji
thing.
could probably come up with a plan. I don't see
Yeah,
him just.
he's a
Sanji
smart
is
guy.
moment.
He's a smart guy.
Think about his mindset at this moment, right? All the Vince smoke.
Yeah.
He's not particularly fond. So for him to save them and let him know this. So it's like he's like, okay, what do I do here? Sacrifice myself and like let them die, but I'd have to work with them to get out of this. So
It's a complete curveball for what we predicted. We thought it was going to be up
Yeah.
to Sanji. He's going to do the wedding. They're going to bout it out with each other, and then something that his brothers or his dad does infuriates him, and he fights them. But it seems it's the other way around. That it's Pudding. Even though I'm going to go with a good path because that's what I believe. Even though she is good and she's doing this for his and the Straw Hat's best interests, the fact that he's seen this act when he wasn't supposed to might pit him against the Big Mom family rather than the Vince Smokes.
That's what I'm saying. Like I started.
yeah, so I remember we had this stream then where we were saying, who does Luffy ally with to get out of this?
Well, he has Jinbei, he has Caesar, he has Kurt and Chopper, and then he has Pedro, right?
And Brooke.
And then Brooke, yeah. But there's
Chopper.
also
But I think-
Capone. Like, what is his role in this? What do you guys think? Is he going to be with the Vince Smokes or is he going to be
Well,
with
yeah,
Big
because
Mom?
the backstabbing's already begun. So
Yep.
when he does his thing, it's probably
Does-
going to be some
yeah.
last minute stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Andrew said, what's his name? Pudding said this. Only what she said, my family knows of my true nature.
Yeah.
Capone know of that nature. If Capone knows of that nature, Capone saw this coming all the way. Predicted this and prepared for this.
Maybe
If
that's
you
what Vito
don't-
told Sanji.
Yeah, I was just thinking about
Not
Vince.
really.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
Oh no.
But that
Okay, here's the thing.
would make sense though,
Oh,
because
yeah,
if
you're right,
let's
you're
say
right.
you whispered, "Oh yeah, this lady that we want you to get married to is evil," why would that make him drop his cigarette and go, "You know, I need to come. I want to marry
No,
this lady."
not. Yeah, now that I think about it, it doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. No.
I mean, I think what Vito whispered to Sanji isn't as clear cut as I once thought, though.
I think it's because they're gonna kill Zeph. That's
I
pretty.
feel like I think it's something else. I'm starting to think.
Unless he said about the Vinsmoke massacre, unless like Capone already knew that they wanted to kill the Vinsmokes, maybe not
Yeah,
that
if it
Pudding
was
was
we're
evil.
gonna kill your family, then he'd be
Yeah.
like, "Oh,
Oh
Right,
shit.
and Vito is such a fanboy. Why wouldn't he tell him that? I don't know.
Yeah. And like, if anything, Sanji would have gone there for Reiju, because I do still think that he
Last
likes
week-
her out
yeah.
of anyone.
Last week you put up a title that says Vito did it. And I'm thinking about like, well, Vito's a fanboy. Why would he kill? Why would he kill? Is basically his center of attraction.
there are some sick
Yeah.
people in the world, Ashura."
Yo,
There
can
are
you
some
guys hear
very
me?
sick- Yeah,
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 we hear you.
okay.
We can hear you now, bro.
Sweet.
What up?
This chapter, dude's like,
What are your thoughts on the
holy-
chapter?
Holy shit! Like
Yeah.
we all kind of expected. Well, I'm not gonna say expected, but we saw the potential that
No,
Pudding would betray.
you can say it.
But still,
But still, yeah, it was like I
Not
didn't expect it to be in
blown
this
away.
manner at all. I didn't expect it to be like
Yeah.
this.
She
But
went
yeah,
from 0 to 100 real quick.
Oh,
So
yeah.
JoyBoy, JoyBoy, let's hear your input on why she might be good or most likely is good.
yeah. I mean, I'm with those people that say that she's like. There's times where lying makes sense. Like all the interactions when she first met the Straw Hats makes 100% sense for her to be lying in those situations.
Yeah,
Because Big Mom, you know, she straight up lured them to the southwestern coast, and then Big Mom was ready for that. But one time where it does not make sense for a character to lie is when they're by themselves with their own thoughts. And so
Yeah.
we got this whole like flashback situation a couple chapters ago where essentially Pudding learned that the Straw Hats had rescued Lola, pretty much is what she learned. And then she went onto her balcony, and there's this like contemplating sort of scene going on there. That's the impression that Oda is giving to us, is that she's thinking about what she wants to do next. And then she goes and visits the Straw Hats. And meanwhile, she thinks about like Lola and how you know, Lola had betrayed her mom, and that, you know, Lola basically said, "Don't worry about me. Big Mom won't kill me because we're family," which essentially implies that Pudding is going to do something to put herself in a similar situation. At least that's how I read that situation. So for her
I
to
agree.
be following along with Big Mom the entire time, given this one flashback, doesn't make any sense. And Oda doesn't have like a tendency to straight up like lie to us in order to sell
Yeah,
a plot
that's right.
twist.
So,
Yeah,
so
that's
you're saying she's pulling an Itachi?
I mean,
In what way
I don't know.
in what way do you mean that, Ashura?
Well, you know, Itachi basically lied and made himself look like a fucking murderer, like a psycho.
yeah.
Serious.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
there's-
similar. She's giving off the impression.
Yo.
Well, she's not. We the viewers are seeing this. It's only Reiju who's supposed to be seeing this side of her, not Sanji.
Exactly.
Right, exactly. So this could,
And then-
the way that I would justify this particular perspective is like she's doing something that will in some incomprehensible way actually help the Straw Hats. Like initially, I 100% believe
I
that she
agree.
sold out the Straw Hats initially, but I feel like she had a change of heart at some point in time, and that, you know, given that whatever she's doing now, regardless of what it looks like to Sanji, who's not supposed to see this, is actually going to be beneficial. Like, for instance, right now, for sure, she's setting up the Vinsmoke versus the Big Mom Pirates. And
Yeah.
we don't know how honest she's being in this situation. She could be creating all of this, telling Reiju all of this, not killing Reiju as well, for the purpose of getting the Vinsmoke suspicious about the wedding and perhaps freeing Sanji.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too.
Yeah,
I agree.
'cause when you think like she before she even said about how they were gonna massacre the Vinsmokes, she didn't even say Big Mom was gonna massacre the Vinsmokes. She said we. That could be anybody for starters.
Let's
But
say
like
Brian
just before when she was talking about Big Mom, she literally spilled all of Big Mom's plots to Reiju about everything that she wants, like her goals with the clone army and
Who the
everything.
fuck does that in the first place?
Exactly. That's what I'm
What
saying.
is the
Like,
benefit of
that's the
telling
easiest
everybody
way.
this?
That's the easiest way. Like,
Yo, but I hopped in real quick because I totally love what you're saying, JoyBoy. I genuinely do. I hope you are right. Like for the sake of the story.
What do you
I hope
mean him?
so
It was a couple of us, but carry on.
For real. Talking about
But
this after we read
It's
this.
fine.
I kind of lost faith after
That's
this
right,
chapter.
JoyBoy.
I
Take
feel
the credit.
I feel like no. I just got here, so I don't know who's saying what. Like I've lost faith in the storytelling of this arc now because of this twist. Because I feel like this actively makes my review's uploading right now. My reaction's already up, and you guys know I was spoiled early, so that sucks. But I genuinely feel as though this makes 848 a worse chapter because 848. Now, let me explain why. Because
the one where she was in the balcony.
Oh, right. Yeah.
She says goodbye and she whispers to them. The telegraphs in that chapter with the wedding and like thinking about Lola leaving and looking off the balcony and crying in front of Luffy and like pretending when she was around Opera literally makes no
it doesn't make
sense.
any
Right. Well, see, that's why I think that it is the way that
wait a second, because I'm getting somewhere. That's literally only there for the purpose of tricking the reader.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only reason that's story. It's not there for any story point. She even mentions in this chapter twice that her family knows her true nature, and they're the only ones that know. So if Opera knows she's evil, why is she faking it when she's literally just telling Luffy the same thing that Opera is telling them? That in this chapter, Oda was in the eyeball underneath her bangs. You could see it, and that was not present back in 848. There was no hint of her eyeball being there at all, and we all knew that she had a third eye. She was hiding it under her hair. That's not a huge surprise. Like, that wasn't a shock. But the fact that he actively went out of his way to hide that third eye and not draw it in last chapter, I think actively makes that chapter worse, deceives the readers in a way that I think they didn't need to be deceived, because everybody already presumed from the beginning of this arc that she was probably not going to be good. It was over the course of this arc that we learned to trust her and we learned to like her. And there were some people who, never trusted her ever, and kudos to them, that's fine. But the reason I began to trust her was because I had more faith in Oda as a storyteller, that he would do something interesting with this. And the fact, and because I saw people on Twitter going, "Oh my God, this changes everything. Best chapter of the year." Oh my God, it's not. It's not. Perfect example.
It's not the best chapter of the year. I agree.
Waizo is saying that was a twist and a cliffhanger that completely changed the way we looked at that arc.
Roger, can I ask what part of it you got spoiled on?
Change anything. The Vince Smokes is still going to fight Big Mom. There's still going to be a lot of people dying at the wedding. Literally, nothing changes. The only thing that could change now is I kind of feel like this is maybe going to be the breaking point where Sanji finally beats the crap out of a girl. I think this might be.
That's what I said too.
And we need that. I kind of feel, because Sanji's been kind of stupid.
I don't agree.
This might be one instance where he's finally going to be like, you know what? Now
it's regression in terms of his character. It's not really development.
Nah, but I think it'd be cool if he does a thing to where he'll hit a woman now as long as she's
That's like I'll give you an example. Right? It's like, for example, Zoro, he meets Mihawk right in his final battle, and it turns out Mihawk's been cheating this entire time. He's got robotic arms or something, and then it's for Zoro's character and Mihawk's character, it kind of reverses it. It doesn't develop him. So for Sanji to go out and hurt a woman despite him being heartbroken, despite him having all these terrible things done to him, it reverses his character.
He's not losing. He's saving Reiju. Reiju's still in trouble. He's saving Reiju, paralleling when Reiju saved him when he was a kid.
I think he'll do it with words more than physical.
I don't know. I kind of feel like that final panel where you see Sanji broken and he finally realizes he has nothing because now the way he's thinking about it, it's wait a minute. Okay, the one ray of hope he had in this world, they kept saying that's the one thing. The way they set it up last chapter, the one thing keeping him sane, the one thing keeping him from being Sanji, from not turning into a Vin Smoke, one of these evil people who beats up everybody. That one ray of hope was her. And with that snuffed out, now in a situation he's never been before. It's the worst he's ever been. I kind of feel like this is going to be I think it's going to be a good fight. I think Pudding is going to put up a fight, and I think it's going to be a genuinely good fight. And I know. Are you against
the idea of Pudding manipulating everyone, even Big Mom?
I don't. To be honest, I don't think she's that smart.
I think she's playing the game, man. I think she's playing the game.
I absolutely love if that was the case, but I don't have faith in Oda that that's what's going to happen, especially because the arc is going to end in 15 chapters or whatever, because then we're getting to Reverie, we're getting to Wano. Like, there's no way they can cram all that in there. What I think is going to happen is exactly what I said in my Red Velvet Theory video, which is that the fight's going to break out at the wedding. The Vince Smoke's going to start fighting the Big Mom people. A bunch of people are going to die, and the Sanji and Luffy and the main cast, they're going to escape during the commotion of that fight. And they're going to leave I got to end with like Judge getting beaten and Big Mom getting taken out. That's not going to happen.
No,
they're going to leave.
Roger. I got
taken out.
I got a point for you that I for everyone, and this is my main problem with the Straw Hats just somehow escaping in the middle of the arc, which is that there's this looming threat that if they leave on bad terms with Big Mom, that Big Mom will kill the people closest to them. Yeah. Do you think that it's really that they can make that decision to leave at the potential sacrifice of Zeph or, you know, Dadan or anyone else?
They need to get over Zeph at some point. They need to get over Zeph at some point, because I think this can't be a plot point for any longer, though. It can't be a plot point for any longer.
I agree with JoyBoy that like it is weird that they would basically like be giving up the people they care about the most, but if Big Mom is busy with the Vince Smokes, they're off in Wano country or whatever. I think the only thing that's sort of like keeping them from doing anything is Zeph. And I've held to the idea since the beginning of this arc that I think Zeph is on the island. Like, there's no way that they would make all these threats and then go back to East Blue to kill him. Like, it's not like the same with Lola. Like, Lola, I think is probably going to show up at this wedding. I think Zeph is probably going to.
I want to take 2 points to that. I don't know how in terms of the time frame of the series when this was. But wasn't there like a cover page for the new bounties after Dressrosa that Zen was still in?
And there was no one around. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're proving my point. Yeah.
But I don't know. Like that could have been like, you know, like literally instantly after. It's been a couple of days since then, so they could have got him and brought him.
You're not going to unless you have like a teleportation power.
Yeah. And then secondly,
like, there's no way.
Are you against the idea that Big Mom herself putting up a front for everybody? This is just a big game to her. She's just messing around.
You know,
obviously, if she can get benefits, benefits from this game, such as the cloning, such as like a wedding between the Vince Smokes,
like testing Luffy because he's like I think that's a better way of looking at this than Pudding manipulating everyone, because I feel like having Pudding manipulate even Big Mom, like. I
think Big Mom has it over everybody, but Pudding's pretending to serve Big Mom right. Like, she's not manipulating her in terms of making Big Mom do this, making Big Mom do that. But Big Mom believes Pudding is that loyal daughter.
Yeah, because she's her favorite.
Yeah, and Pudding's actually not.
So but even when you look at like saying, but even if you look at this, if you look at the way she's been acting among other people, it's like she's not been smart. Like, I know I was saying Pudding was good, but
I agree.
It was telegraphed so much that she was going to be evil. Like, we saw that third eye back in Fishman Island. So it's to me.
I want to add this. I feel like in each of her lies, there's been a piece of truth. So, for example, when she was crying to Sanji, and she was like, "I'm not going to let this marriage turn into a hell for you." Yeah. Right? That's truth in my eyes, anyway. And then also this chapter when she says, Big Mom's been paying so much attention to me, it's actually starting to make me feel sick. Because when we saw her back, first time we ever saw her in Fishman Island, you can tell she's disgusted by Big Mom. Yeah, like the way she looked at her. She doesn't really like her.
Even the beginning of this arc when Pedro goes up to her and says, you know, like, we got to kill her. And Nami's like, no, we can't do that. Pedro even says, like, you can't trust Big Mom's family. And then Nami says,
hold up, guys. Guys. Apparently the translation was wrong. It says, it was supposed to say only Mama knows my true nature.
No, so that's, okay, so let me.
That changes a lot of things.
Hold on, wait. I am going to say this right now. This is
okay.
You're reading this though, right? Unfortunately. Okay, so I talked to someone who would know, and that is absolutely false. And that the translation that is saying that her family is the only one who knows, that's what the actual translation is.
Okay.
All right.
And then come Monday, that's going to be what it reads.
Right.
Yeah. Just to keep that in mind. That much I know.
Was lying to raise you.
Well, see,
I mean, what?
Yeah.
But
at the same
guys, this is a completely different discussion other than Pudding, right? When does this take place? Because Reiju we saw last time was bleeding in a corridor.
It looked like she escaped.
Is this before or after that?
After she
already beat it.
So this doesn't make much sense to me.
It's after that she doesn't have any blood on her. I think in
Yeah,
that.
but wait.
What if Pudding and
last
Capone
chapter?
they have a plan together?
That's
Yeah,
okay. So that's
that's what I said. Remember when Pudding's like, we plan on massacring the Vincent? She didn't say who. She just said we. That could be anybody.
Yes. So Capone captured Reiju in some way, and then took her to Pudding to drop the off.
Yo,
like
what
Pudding
if
is trying
Whole
to
Cake
escape.
Island? What if Whole Cake Island is inside Capone?
Yo, what?
And Big Mom didn't notice.
I really like.
That's his awakening.
Oh my god.
The creativity is on
Yeah,
point.
Capone's awakening is that he can put a Capone inside of himself.
And Rouge is controlling him from the outside. Oh my god, it all makes sense.
But no, I think
let me
Capone
say
is
this.
playing a big part here.
I feel like everybody is focusing on the Pudding and Sanji stuff. And to be honest, that was the least interesting stuff in this chapter to me. The thing that
Of course.
blew my mind,
Fight, that was insane.
blew my mind was that Pedro and Tamago fight.
Yes,
Yeah.
leg Benedict.
He cut him in half and eggs came out.
Tamago getting sliced in half with ropes flying out.
I don't
Pedro
think
like
that's dead,
showing his life. Oh my god. Pedro rooting for his own eyeball.
Yo, what? I feel bad for my boy Zeppo only getting 2 panels. Of
He got 2
Zeppo, man. Oh my God, Zeppo, yo.
Yo,
Right,
is
where's
Zeppo Beppo's father?
Yeah,
Zeppo-
It's either
I think this is
father
brother.
or relative.
I think it's his brother.
It might just be that all the polar bear minks.
Oh, that could have been linked to why. Maybe that's why Beppo wanted to be a pirate.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, it's definitely not his brother because he only had 30 years left of lifespan, which kind of suggests that he was older.
His father.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
that's
could have
true.
been his father.
Maybe
It's
his
gonna
older,
probably get
older.
answered in like an SBS or something. So
And it
Well,
might
it's
even
also it's also been clarified before that like Beppo's family was a member of the family of the whale forest, like the Guardians. Because remember,
Yeah.
Pedro was part of the whale forest Guardians. He wasn't working for either Nekomamushi or Arashi. He's always been like a guardian of the whale forest. And I kind of feel like that's probably what Peckham's and Zeppo were too before they left to go to Whole Cake Island for the first time. They were probably all guardians of the forest together.
I wanna add this though. Why is it that I don't understand in that little flashback? I don't understand Big Mom's like attitude because literally even though Tamago doesn't seem to be one of them top dudes, him getting his eye gouged out, she seemed to care so much for that she wouldn't let the year thing slide. Like even like when what's his name? Peckham's was like, oh no, Big Mom, I care about him. He's like a brother to me. She was like, I know Peckham's, but he ripped out Tamago's eye. You know, what should
She's
I
very
do?
prideful. Like even when the guy was hyping up the Vinsmoke, she got mad at that. So it seemed like she does a lot of things to save face in a way.
Yeah. There was also that scene back whenever Jinbei wanted to leave the crew. She seems kind of offended by that, and it was like, you take something from me, I take something from you.
I know Ty isn't here because he agrees with this that Big Mom is manipulating things. And I agree too. There's so many scenes in this arc alone where you can see that she's putting up a front to see people's reactions first, and then she manipulates it later. So, for example, the Jinbei thing. When Jinbei showed up, she already knew that he'd got a poneglyph for her. She already knew that he was going to leave the crew. She'd heard about it already from her information network. And she was like, oh, Jinbei, how are you today? And she was like flattering him. She was saying real nice stuff to try and get him back on side. And then when he was like, I've got something to tell you, of course she goes, oh, is it about you leaving my crew? Why would that be your first? Why would that be your first assumption?
Maybe that goes back to the thing where Pudding was like, Big Mom's had her eye on me so much it's making me sick. Like, because she knows she's being watched, which is maybe why she's had the act up the whole time. Because, like, could you imagine if she knows how Big Mom is, yeah? So imagine if she was to then go to Big Mom and say, oh, yeah, the wedding's off. She knows that she then has to play the roulette game. Like, she knows how Big Mom does shit. So imagine if this is her alternate way of going about doing the exact same thing, but indirectly.
I'd also like to point out that it makes more sense now why the roulette wheel has 1,000 on it, because she's taking lifespan from your entire crew if you hit 1,000.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So, guys, I got an interesting thing to talk about here. So, remember back in it was like 840 or 34, something like that, where Pudding was with Tamago. They were picking out a dress, and then Pedro and Brooke were sort of listening into the conversation through the window. And essentially that was the chapter which kind of confirmed to us at the time that Pudding actually wanted to go to the southwestern coast to help out the Straw Hats, although it doesn't seem like the case now. So now, given this,
I'll say something about it in a minute, but
why exactly would she say that at the time? Thinking about like her being evil now.
No, this brings up my issue with this chapter.
Exactly.
That was specifically laid out there for no purpose other than to trick the reader. And
I want to add
let me
this
say
though.
something
Like
real quick.
when she met up with Sanji, when she met up with Sanji, she said, "I'm sorry that like I misguided them to the place." I'm not sure if it was either her or Sanji, but one of them said, "I wouldn't have gone to the shore anyway."
It was Sanji who said that.
That was Sanji.
Okay,
Sanji.
fair enough.
No, but the thing is,
But-
Roger's 100% right. Unless it's true that what Theory was saying and then putting on a front. Roger, like Oda literally set up the entire story to like deceive us that Pudding was like being good, even though it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but that's exactly why I think she is good.
right.
Though.
I agree with Roger. I agree with Roger that these chapters lose a bit of credibility if she turns out to be 100% evil.
Yeah.
If this turns around and it's like a double plot twist, I won't mind.
Yeah, exactly. So it's either a double plot twist or
I'm
Oda's a
glad
bad
you were
writer.
saying this, because I was the only one who thought this was weird.
Where you've got like Pudding versus Sanji, and it's gonna be like Sanji's first time he hits a girl, and then they're gonna escape. Like, I honestly think that's where it's gonna go.
I don't think he's that predictable, Roger. I don't know, man.
I don't
know. I have a bit more faith. I know you said you don't have faith in him for this arc, but I've got a bit more faith.
Yeah.
As do I.
Yeah, I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right. But
I can totally stand by what you're saying. Like it's for Oda.
I mean, like
it's
I
really
was
strange.
I'm gonna be on the One Piece podcast on Monday. I'm gonna talk about this with Steven and everybody. But like, I feel like the chapter was incredible. Like, I think standalone, this chapter is like a 5 out of 5. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But I think in the overall arc now, this makes the arc actively worse for me.
It's weird.
I don't know. If I'm choosing to believe something, I would go off of precedent. And so far, there's no precedent set for Oda to pull something like this that is completely 100% just not within the context of the story. Like, even look at a similar arc, like the CP9 Water 7 arc, whatever. Everything that they did fell perfectly in line, so that when the plot twist actually happened, there was no contradictions. There was no, well, you know what I mean? And so this is just, I don't know why you would believe that. All like 100%.
Yeah,
if there's no
it's a similar one.
It's
a similar one with like Nami, for example, when she like turned tail on the Straw Hats back in East Blue.
Yeah,
there was a little bit of setup, but it was also it felt a little bit out of place at the same time. And it was only until you got to Arlong Park you found out why she did that.
Yeah, Water 7 though was pre-Game of Thrones, you know, and we now know, especially now after the end of this chapter with the whole Red Wedding thing, like we already know Oda reads Game of Thrones now. He's a Game of Thrones fan, and this is something that is like that Game of Thrones actively does. I'm not a fan of the show Game of Thrones, but I know what happens, and I know the way they set up twists. And this is like he's storytelling now, sort of how they set up the story for Game of Thrones.
But I also agree that because like, everyone's like, this guy's gonna die, so and so is gonna die. Oda doesn't really kill off main characters unless it's a flashback. So he always pulls off the fairy tale ending.
I don't know. I'm actually legitimately worried for Pedro. Which is I'm part of the camp that's like nobody ever dies, but like I'm legitimately worried about Pedro.
We think
because I mean he only has a little bit of time left.
He says like during his fight with Tamago, this chapter, he mentions like that I know I'm gonna die soon, but it's not gonna be in this spot. And I think
okay guys,
it's probably gonna be the finale of the arc.
Roger,
you're at the wedding and everybody's fighting.
What's your thoughts on the what Pedro keeps on saying about the dawn of this world?
Oh yeah.
He's talking about the one who Roger was waiting for, of course.
Yeah. It's the same thing. It's the same thing that Whitebeard talked about. The same thing the Fishman talked about as well. Exactly. It's all the same.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's all, and it all ties back to all of these groups being tied to the Ancient Kingdom and the Void Century, etc. Like,
because I thought this ever since Zoe, right, when he mentioned it the first time, but then you could kind of disprove it by obviously you've got Inarashi who awaits the sunrise and Nekomamushi who awaits the sunset. But, right. But now we know it's more than that.
Yeah, I mean,
so
it's pretty much as it seems.
Yeah, I'm right with you though. I think Pedro probably has the strongest death flag of all this, because I feel like if any character is going to sacrifice himself in the final confrontation of this arc before they leave, escape through the mirror,
I'd be Pedro
in front of an attack and being like, "Thank you for taking me to my final resting place."
I'm glad they gave an explanation of Brule's powers as well, because I remember when everyone at the start was like, "Oh, he's going to jump through and in and out of the mirrors." I was like, "No."
Yeah, but it doesn't even stop there, bro. How did they defeat Brule
you have
in the first place?
You have to use Brule herself to activate the mirrors, which I like that. But you're right, Steve-O, it's not going to be that simple.
How funny would it be though if like they escape through the mirror world at the ending and Brule is still on Chopper's back, and then right as they get onto the Sunny, Chopper's just like, yeah, okay, we don't need her anymore. Just chucks her in the water.
Nah, that's too savage, bro.
That's
That's too savage for the Straw Hats.
I think Pedro
No,
has
no,
some
no.
Straw Hat Life, so. I think
I wanted
Pedro-
to talk about Caesar. Do you guys like? Okay, so what do you guys think his role's gonna be?
I forgot about
'Cause-
Caesar, bro.
Yeah, because no one's mentioned him at all. Like, what do you
Hopefully
think his
getting
role's gonna
pwned
He's a
repeatedly.
probably already escaped, bro.
be? You think he is-
Wait, who are we talking about?
Caesar.
Caesar.
It's just gonna
Yo,
be.
I told you guys he's staying on the island, bro. She said you ain't leaving for 2 weeks. like, I don't think he's leaving. I think he's gonna stay.
I stand by what I was saying earlier. Still, I think that giant serum or whatever. I think he's like rushing it because he doesn't want to die, and I think he's gonna make something like temporary sweet that he's gonna give
Here's
to Big Mom and be like, "Oh,
another
look, it turns
contradiction for you, Roger. Here's another contradiction for you, Roger, that you won't like. Big Mom, like Pudding said that in this chapter, Big Mom plans to kill. She told Straw Hat and Nami,
Right.
Big Mom plans to kill you. She told Reiju that Big Mom plans to kill the Vinsmokes. However, in the previous chapters, Big Mom said, "Oh yeah, Sanji, I'll let things slide as long as this marriage goes off without a hitch." Isn't that a direct contradiction?
No, but you could have been lying.
So,
but yeah,
yeah, it gets so confusing when you think about it from that perspective. Because I mean, certainly it is a contradiction, but then again, what if she just said that to you because she's
Of course, it was for more.
No, but wait,
of course, it was for more.
It isn't
But
though.
what
She
I'm
never
saying is
said. She
that,
never
you
said
know,
Big Mom would do it. She never once said Big Mom would kill these people. She said you kids are gonna die. Like you kids aren't gonna leave her alive. And then she said we plan on killing the Vinsmokes.
What
Not
if she
once
could
did
see
she
the
say it was
future,
Big
huh?
Mom.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
that's
focus so
actually
much
funny.
on the nouns there.
Brago
Pronouns.
did say that like it could have been a thing to where Big Mom was like, I'm not gonna kill you, but my crew will kill you or whatever.
Yeah.
oh, it's one of them. It's
We
one of
still
them
haven't
wordplay
even
things.
seen potato starch. So,
Katakuri.
yeah.
I think we have though.
So you think,
I think we
it's one
have
of those
seen.
wordplay things
You
where
think
it's
it's
like,
Bobbin?
oh,
Or...
like
think
for
it's Aaron, though.
example, you organized the robbery of a bank, right? And you framed me free. Like, but I wasn't the one that stole the money. It was my best mate.
Something that I think could be really cool is if this is like the twist, if they really want to go with like Pudding being evil. If, you know, Sanji says like, well, you know, he finally maybe comes to a senses. He's like, you know, I've never beaten a woman before, but I've lost everything. You've taught me that everything I thought was a lie. And he starts fighting Pudding. And then Pudding just starts laughing. She does a little like backhanded, you don't understand what you're up against. And then she's like, my name isn't Pudding. My name is Katakuri. And then it's like, yo!
No.
And then like, that would be really, really cool. And it would set up sort of how she's able to take on Reiju. If she's like holding Reiju captive.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But this is, I don't think it was her, Roger. It doesn't make sense again.
I think
because if it was her, how was Reiju walking through the hallway?
I don't know.
Right, because
I don't know. You can fill in the gaps however you like.
Maybe
There's no
Capone rescued her.
of any time jump whatsoever. I
What if
don't see it.
Capone okay, so theory. What if Capone rescued
I just think it would be really cool if Pudding was one of the characters. I think
That'd
that
be
would
crazy.
be a cool twist. And that would be a cool way to set up Pudding's power level too, because then I don't know. I just feel like now after this chapter, we've got to see Sanji versus Pudding. I think that's like a done deal now after this. And I talked to the One Piece podcast guys in my DMs this morning when they were
another L, man. Come on.
and dude, every single one of them was like the same thing. It was just like Sanji versus Pudding is a done deal now. To me, it's got to be. If she's evil, he has nothing else to live for. This man is going to beat the shit out of her.
I thought it was funny how like all of the jokes. I thought it was funny how all the jokes about what Pudding whispered in their ears came true as well. Like I'm glad Ace is dead. You know, stuff.
No, but what Sanji's going through now, though, reminds me of what Luffy went through after Marineford. And when he was telling Jinbei he has nothing left, like he literally had nothing.
He's
And
gonna
Ace was
okay,
the
yeah,
only ray
okay,
of
that
hope.
reminds
Yo,
me.
what if Jinbei like grabs him, shoves him against the wall? It's like, what is gone is gone.
He just comes out of nowhere.
Yo, actually, where Jinbei comes back is Jinbei comes back at this moment. Sanji's got nothing to live for. Exactly. What's gone is gone.
Yo, that's the only reason Jinbei's in the story, bro.
He comes out of nowhere though. Like
He's gonna come back in Wano. He's gonna come back in Wano too after Zoro loses against the
And then-
Shogun. Like,
Sanji's gonna be like, Sanji's gonna be like, I've got my crew.
Because
Yeah,
remember, he
I
just
like when
made the bento box with all their
Wano,
favorite treats.
He
right?
escapes with them after this arc, and then they're in Wano, and Zoro like lost to the Shogun or something, and then Jinbei throws him against the wall. God is gone.
What's gone is gone.
That could be a running gag. The running gag.
It seems like such an Oda thing to do too.
That's too emotional.
Jinbei's the
I mean,
old
that would
head.
kind of ruin the moment if it's Jinbei.
Yeah.
every
Emotional to be a gag.
Nah, bro,
Yeah.
Jinbei's the old head. He's got all the knowledge.
And they're like,
we literally don't see
leave
Jinbei for
the
30
island,
chapters.
right? They're
and
like,
then
leave the
comes out.
island. And they're like, Jinbei, don't you want to get like 30 years of your life back from Big Mom? And he's like, no, what's gone is gone.
But I think Sanji, he actually realized that Luffy is his last Ray and only Ray. I think he realized his friends.
Yeah.
Because he has the bento box.
That's
And
what
he
I'm
has
saying.
all
Like,
their
the
favorite
food he
foods.
made. You guys think he's gonna feed Luffy?
Yeah, I think so.
He's gonna feed Luffy with it.
That
Like
guy.
that's actually something I wanted to bring up that I haven't really seen people talking about in their reviews. I saw one person mention it on Twitter, and nobody else did. And I was like, "This is such a cool little Easter egg that Oda put in." If you
Yeah.
look when Sanji's setting up the things, he says, "I'll eat whatever ends up being left over," but he's like, "I'm pretty sure Pudding wouldn't eat something like this. I just made it out of habit." If you look at what's in the bento box, like specifically what's in the bento box, there's
Yeah, it's
meat,
all the Straw Hat's favorite food.
Yeah, I said that in the group reaction. I said that when we were reading
fish
it.
for Usopp,
There's
seafood pasta for Sanji, chocolates for Chopper, sandwiches for Robin, and hamburgers for Frankie. And it's all there in this little bento box because it was like, I feel like he made a bento box of all the things the Straits like. So then he'll give that bento box, instead of giving it to Pudding, he'll give it to Luffy and be like, all right,
there's
let's do
There's
this.
a tweet that went around as well about how in Sanji's flashback, obviously he made like lunch for his mama, and then it's how he got respect for women or whatever. And then this arc, it's also raining like it was in the flashback, and now he lost respect for women doing the same task.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I
Which is
literally
why I
mentioned
think that he's gonna hit a
all that-
woman,
I
but-
mentioned all that in my review, but it's like so good to hear that you guys caught it too. It just makes me proud to know that you guys are my One Piece buddies.
Of course. We are on this like we are on this every day, Roger. Like, did you not
You're
see how many
knocking on my dude.
Yeah, but I do have to bring up the point. Do we think that Tamago's dead?
No,
I hope so.
I don't
man.
think
That
so.
was-
Yo, the guy.
No,
I
he was,
like
let's be
theories.
honest.
Theory.
What dude dies spilling yolk?
No.
Well,
Okay, at least
he's,
put it this way.
he's based on Humpty Dumpty, right?
Yeah.
And Humpty Dumpty put himself back together.
Nah, he's not. He's Doctor A. He's Doctor A.
Yo, what if Pedro just like walks away and then all of a sudden the crew members just start putting the yolk back in the egg and he's like, I'm not done yet.
no.
What do you guys think is happening?
The Jinbei comes up with gone is gone.
Egg.
I think he got the egg.
Tamago's
egg
spilled
maybe.
egg as a base for the wedding cake. They pour it in.
Oh.
Who's the sacrifice?
Yeah, the sacrifices, whatever. What if Tamago's egg is like the sacrifice? They're like, yeah, all right, mix the eggs together, black tea, green tea, and then make it.
Wedding cake.
What do you
and
guys
fish.
think is happening with Brooke since we didn't see him or Big Mom this chapter?
He's
Oh,
probably looking like a kid right now.
Dude, I think I said this.
You know, Brooke revealed his third eye under his afro.
I feel like Brooke obviously is safe. I don't think, because there's nothing, I've talked about this before, like Big Mom and Smoothie are obviously powerful in their own right, but in terms of their powers, like if you're just going by Devil Fruit power alone, Big Mom and Smoothie can't do anything to Brooke, because Smoothie juices people, he's bones, Big Mom steals people's lifespans, he's dead. So there's nothing the two of them could really do, but
I mean, I
do
agree,
think
but
by
Besides being like physically
I think by
That's
stronger
not
than
all she
everyone.
can do though.
and I think they're probably going to like put him away like a creature. Like she even mentioned,
That's
this
not all Big Mom can do with her power though.
Yeah, but you have to remember, like,
I'm not saying- I'm
even
not
if you
saying, like,
hurt
oh my
Brooke,
God, Brooke's gonna beat Big Mom.
even if it
I'm
like
saying that like I think
it didn't.
they're kind of at a stalemate, but I think Big Mom has enough brute strength to capture him and put him away. You know?
At least I
Yeah,
hope
that's what I'm
so.
saying. I didn't think that they were actually going to have like a full head-on fight anyway, but I do think that she's probably going to capture him, put him in one of the books or some.
I do
some
hope there's
shit
a
like that.
fucking little thing where she like tries to take his lifespan or something, and then she can't because he's like,
like
Yeah.
a gag.
That's hilarious.
I'm already dead.
It also brings up the point, like, if Kaido, for example, has an infinite lifespan, because he's immortal, let's say, in terms of invincible, could Big Mom just one-shot him? It kind of, if we see what happens to Brooke, would be able to answer that same question.
Well, the
I mean,
thing,
I
There's,
don't
like-
know. Her powers seem to operate based on fear. They need to fear her. So
Yeah.
then
I mean-
she could potentially have no effect
But that's
whatsoever
kind
on
of
any of the
useless.
top
Then.
tiers.
And like, do you know what I mean? Like, if she was to
I
go up
disagree
against,
with
let's say, Shang,
Yeah, but
I
like,
disagree with that.
I
Wait,
mean,
what-
there's
I
so
don't
much
think
to
I don't
talk
think
about
it works on fear because when you look at Pedro, right? He took his eye out in the face of her. He didn't seem scared. He was more
That's
courageous
true.
than anything. Yet
True.
she still managed to take his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a contract. I brought it up in a previous stream. People like her, Sugar, and Moria, they have these paramecia fruits where to get the OP effect of it, you have to make a thing called a contract. So in Moria's case, if he puts a shadow into a zombie, he has to make a contract for who it will serve and what it will do. The same with
Exactly.
Sugar, when she turns you into a toy, who it will serve and what it will do.
Right.
And the second the second anyone spins that roulette, that's the contract started. Like
well,
I think she's got multiple
Big
ones.
Mom's one is a life or treat.
Contract is not that. Her contract has been clearly stated already, which is
Yeah,
that
life or treat.
every month or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
I think there's different versions of it. For example, because when she was about to kill her son, she said something else, and then every time they do the wheel, she's taken something from them, which like sort of compensates for what she took.
Oh no, that the one
her.
Roger, you're on
I think
about
she's
that's
got
for the
multiple.
citizens, but when she kills
Yeah,
people, like for
exactly.
instance her son, she says something else because
Well,
the
life or
the
treat,
one
yeah.
the one for the citizens is life or leave, and then the one for people she kills is life or treat.
Life will treat, and then
I'm-
for whatever,
I mean-
like, and I think the second that they spin the roulette, that's something for other people as well. I think she's got multiple ones.
multiple contracts. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Could have something to do
She's
with
too
like
much
a
of a
willing soul
proprietor.
as well. Because like the residents, they ask him life or leave, and we actually get to see a picture of the girl, and she seems pretty content with it, so she's clearly not afraid. So maybe like if the soul is willing, then Big Mom can also extract it. But for those that aren't in that particular state, then she would actually have to scare them.
I feel like the ones that are most useful to her, as you said, are the ones that are willing as well. I think like it's the purest kind of whatever she can extract, which is why she does it.
I wanna add this. You know, at the end there was that like dramatic effect of lightning. We realized that is also Big Mom's like temper. I know Taekwon will
Oh
disagree,
shit!
but
Oh, yeah, that
is her.
No. That is not Big Mom's temper.
That is her. That's her, man.
animated.
It's been ever since this arc started. She's been getting more riled up, and the story's been getting worse and worse.
Then who won?
You think Judge probably attacked her or something?
Yo, that would be
I think
crazy.
she's probably getting pissed off because she can't kill Brooke.
ETG attacked her.
She can't get bro.
She's probably pissed off because she can't kill Brooke.
ETG just attacked her, bro.
Bro, could you imagine? Could you imagine if Brooke attacked Big Mom? It would probably be the first time she got attacked in fucking like years.
Nani?
Actually, theory that lightning is Sanji's will.
Oh really? he's pulling off some Shanks versus Whitebeard.
Yeah, he's awakening his Conqueror's hockey right now. That's
Let's
Yo,
unlock this
I want to
episode.
shout out a dumbass that's in my comments right now on my reaction video. He's like, dude, you all suck at predicting. YouTubers brag about their theories being correct, but then theorize other things immediately following. It's like, everybody knew that Pudding was a liar. I knew that. You're all just dumbasses.
Are you
Back to that
kidding
guy
me?
said, "Kill yourself." So
This guy is probably the same guy who said, "Wait a minute, you guys think Pudding? You think she's good? What? Like you did? Like you literally?
I do think she's good though.
You guys are looking too far into it, man.
Bro, if
I
you guys,
know.
for anyone who thinks that like, oh, you guys are retarded for making theories, I would love for you to put all your theories in a notepad and
real.
see how many you get right.
please, exactly. Please do what we do. Please, I'd love to hear your
That's
thoughts.
what I'm
Please.
saying.
And the thing
Yeah,
is,
make it
it's fun to just discuss these
Yeah,
ideas.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
never gonna right.
No, I
It's
think
like for example,
feel
me
like
right here, Roger and I, we disagree
Yeah.
that this chapter in what it means for the future, but we also agree on what it presents to us as well. You know what I mean? It's just fun to discuss.
But we also agree that either one. We also agree too that either one could be right because it's a theory. It's not like
exactly.
we're confirming.
I say this all the time. Like if it was a correct thing, it would be called a theorem with an M on the end.
Right. We're not
Spoiler.
confirmed it's going to happen. We're saying it's a theory, dude. That's the whole point.
Yeah, I don't know.
They get so butthurt. Like they think we're like trying to be Oda or something. We're not Oda.
I know. We're not saying what we're like. For them to take what we're saying as like 100% fact is like, come on, man.
Yeah,
That's
I
more
gotta be.
ridiculous than what we're doing.
If everybody
to,
said
like,
the same
follow
thing,
the
then why would you watch anything? If everybody's saying the same,
I gotta be very careful about what I say all the time, and sometimes I slip up. Is because some people get so butthurt if you just say one word that's like not kosher. And it's like it makes it kind of stressful to make videos sometimes.
It's like you spell Zeph with one F, and then like, who the hell's Zeph? It's spelled with two F's, man.
That is 110% why I dropped My Hero Academia. That's like the main, because like there were other reasons. Obviously, like the views weren't doing well, and like I wasn't enjoying it as much.
Get in, Roger. I hate my hero.
Why I dropped that was because I would like mention one thing, and it would be like one thing off, or I'd like forget about one character, and they'd be like, "How could you forget this character that was in the background for one scene for this one?" And I'm like, I love One Piece. If I forget something about
How could you forget Zeppo? He was there for 2 panels. Oh my god.
But like people, because I'm new to my hero and everybody's new to it, people would like go in on saying like I'm only doing it for views or whatever. It's like, fine, if you genuinely don't like my thoughts, and then I'm gonna drop that. Good luck. Go find somebody else.
Yeah. Well said.
I mean,
Haters.
I support you 100%, Roger. These guys might not, but
of course you do, because you hate My Hero Academia.
So are you guys saying that someone has to request your manga for you to read it?
What?
What are you saying, Ashura? You high again?
You guys think that some guy requests you to read it. So you're saying that you're reading it for views?
No, I'm saying for My Hero Academia, the only reason I would have kept reading it because I was becoming so like sort of what JoyBoy was saying. I was like annoyed by people like who were annoyed by me reading it. I was like literally the only reason I would continue doing it if I'm not enjoying it is if like, oh, it's getting a lot of views and a lot of my people want me to watch it. But if no one's watching it and I'm not enjoying it, why am I making videos? Like the point of making YouTube videos, or I've always felt like this is the way like YouTubers should be, is if you are not passionate about what you're making videos about, that's going to come through to your viewers and your content won't be as good. Like do videos on things you're passionate about. That's why we're all One Piece YouTubers, because we like One Piece. Like I'm not going to randomly, I'm going to become a Kingdom YouTuber because like Kingdom's apparently really hype right now. I'll do a read through, but I'm not going to become like a YouTuber who focuses on that just because it's getting good views if I'm not enjoying it as much, you know?
Right.
Right.
I mean that's one of the biggest reasons why I only do One Piece. I watch other shows very casually, but I like just by going on the internet and putting your thoughts out there, if you're not 100% sure that you know what the fuck you're talking about, you're gonna get just lashed by whatever community it is.
I did a review. Well, I read through Tokyo Ghoul. I did it in like a week or two, and then I did a reaction to Tokyo Ghoul. Did one reaction, like 2 characters, and people were like, "Yo, how could you forget this character? He was in chapter 180." I'm like, "What? I don't remember this." I never did another reaction. I'm like, I'm not doing another reaction for Tokyo Ghoul because it's just
he was a silhouette in page.
I'm like, what?
How come you?
I'm like, when did this happen?
Like, I'm not gonna lie though, I don't really give a shit about all that stuff because if I just caught up to something and then I think, all right, I like this enough to do reviews and stuff on it. If I forget people's names, that's expected. I just caught up. Let me get into it, and then I was like, I'll be in my role in it.
Like people got
with Tokyo Ghoul, you gotta do a bunch of read-throughs though with Tokyo Ghoul because there's so much going on. But it's like I'm like, all right, after I do a couple, maybe I start doing it, but I can't do reactions after one read.
It's even the bit that gets me though is like, for example, for us theorists, like for example, JoyBoy and myself. And Roger too when he makes his, but it's even when you've spent like hours, sometimes even days, going back and forth in the series, looking for specific panels, specific pictures, quoting certain parts, editing the video, doing this and that, and you're confident, but obviously you don't have a religion about it. You don't think it's 100% true, but you're confident that your idea is so interesting and presentable that it's going, it's worthy of making a video about, and then people click through it, don't watch the whole thing, watch 1 or 2 minutes and go, you're wrong, or so and so said this thing. I don't agree.
That's the thing with some theories where people just the one thing they comment on, like they comment on how you say something, like out of the whole video, that's what you have an issue with.
Brago, don't forget the people who take theories just like as straight facts, and then they just come into your like some other theories. Like they'll come in and be like, what's wrong with you? Kaido has the blah 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 devil fruit. This is like people,
for example, no offense to Roger, but I think when he made that theory a long time ago about Roger having Kaido having the Oni fruit,
I stick by that still.
No, I think it's a legit
a good theory.
I think it's really good. But people in so many comment sections back then,
people take it as law.
They were saying, "What are you saying, Kaido? What are you saying, Kaido has a dragon fruit?"
That's what I'm saying. Like it's so bad. Like people just
that's like the same.
Roger said so.
Well, pudding. JoyBoy about pudding. Roger's spread pretty far.
Yeah, Rogersbase and Oda are the only 2 people that can make some canon.
People are like, oh, she's already confirmed to be. Like it's not confirmed, man. It's
Well, Sawyer had the spoilers, so.
I think also I don't.
So, yeah,
I don't think the I'm a culprit of this, but I don't think the old clickbait titles help. Like secrets revealed, like confirmed.
Now the ones that annoy me the most is when someone's like 100% proof that blah blah. Oh my god! Don't do that. Just don't do that.
Hey! I did one of those videos.
I did one of those videos.
And it was true.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
You got lucky then. You got lucky.
I want to shout out Planaglyph Kun on Twitter, who just tweeted at me in Japanese. I didn't know what they said in Japanese, and I guess this morning Oda opened a Twitter account, Ichiro staff, which is already followed by like all the One Piece people.
Are you
I'm seeing
are you
like
for
all the
real?
One Piece people. Yeah, and he tweeted out, "Roger's good. I opened the One Piece staff on Twitter to answer questions." Yeah.
Yo.
So I'll link you guys right now. The Twitter account is EIIIRO.
I need this link.
And it's like clearly official because like Huntress Fan and like Sam Leach and other people from the podcast are all already following it. So
someone link it.
That's
in
pretty
the
cool.
chat.
Yeah,
Put a link in
that.
Hangout when you got time, Roger.
That's really cool. I will
Put a link
right
in the
now.
chat.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, right here. Here you go.
That's a big deal.
Oh.
That's a
Huge.
huge deal.
I miss you.
Spammer
But it's,
questions.
that's what it turns out.
What are we talking about?
Whoa.
Oda
Basically an
has
official Twitter. For
An official
Oda?
Twitter for One Piece. Like each
It's not just Oda, but it's specifically it's One Piece's staff. It's a One Piece staff Twitter. It's called
That's
Ichiro
so
staff.
lit.
That is
That is
awesome, dude.
That is dope.
That is amazing.
Like Son Wukong, he's been doing reactions
he was
to
with
ReZero when it was airing, and then somebody from who actually made that manga told him that they watch his actual reactions for ReZero.
Sick.
So it's like this.
Like, I don't know. It must be spooky but hype at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they reach out to you and they send you like volumes and stuff. I mean, that was hype.
Because like,
It's what?
I remember speaking with Wukong and he was saying like how he didn't obviously speak with him on the daily, but like when an episode came out, they'd like have a little bit of a discussion, and you know, so to be on that level with like the author of such a series,
It's crazy.
Imagine if Oda was just like,
crazy.
yo, Brago, I saw your group reaction.
I'd be like, yo, it's lit, right?
I was gonna say, it was so funny to me when I
Especially
did
the
my
guy with the Rouge picture.
Yo, and then he goes, that Taekwon guy's my favorite.
That's right.
Wow.
He's always right for some reason.
It's like he keeps debunking.
I was
me.
shocked when I did my live reaction to the Doflamingo Gear 4 fight in the anime, and then when I saw it got retweeted by Toei Animation, I'm like, this is really cool.
There's gonna be a samurai in Wano called Taekwon, and he's gonna do the 100L slash.
You guys seen the chat? There's somebody named Ichiro Oda said, "Damn right, I'm watching Brago."
I have a feeling this is my theory.
What if that's really Oda?
Arcs. I think there's going to be a character named Base, and I think his laugh is going to be Roja.
Very
What
harmless.
happened? Just
Nah. But I feel like Oda is one of those he's kind of like shrouded in mystery, where we don't know a lot about Oda. We don't even see him.
Oda's the One Piece, man. Oda's the One Piece.
He is the one.
Character whose name is Cole, and Cole is going to be spelled Kol, and his laugh is going to be yo.
That'd be amazing.
How dope would that be?
That's probably why we get like chapters so late nowadays.
Yeah, because they're throwing in. They want to see what our reaction.
That's Someone said King of Lightning just released his Reverie video.
Yeah, he just released it today.
Just released it?
Like whenever you were like,
that's what I meant. That's what I meant by late.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You were
we were talking about that last night.
Yeah,
we
King of
literally
Lightning
said that in the street last night. You said that King of Lightning, like he releases the video right before the chapter comes out.
Like, for example, like back when I was reading Toriko, I know you guys don't read it, but each chapter was hype when it was running, and everyone was waiting for King of Lightning's reaction because he would go crazy, and we'd get it a week later, just before the next chapter. So like, so like we've already hyped out the last Thursday. We waited a week, and now you're hyping out, like bro.
Like
I'm calling it now. We're gonna wait 2 weeks for the 850. I'm calling it.
No, I looked in my subscription box because I wanted to see if anybody else, like any of like the big like King of Lightning or Forever World. I wanted to see if anybody uploaded like the video yet, the review, Because I looked at my video and like it's only been up for like an hour and it's already got like 8,000, 9,000, and that's like pretty good for the first hour for me. Like 8,000, 9,000. I looked and I'm like, oh, it's because no one else uploaded theirs yet. Clean. Get that early.
One Piece did come out earlier today, though.
Man, that's awesome.
It did come out earlier.
It came out really early, yeah.
And the spoilers came out way earlier than they should have.
The spoiler was like Monday. I normally stay off Twitter for the like 2 days before the chapter.
No, apparently it came out Saturday though. That's the thing. Like it came out Saturday.
One spoiler. Yeah, there was just the one panel. Yeah.
The spoiler came out on like Tuesday.
Spoilers usually come out on Tuesday night.
Right, with like Luffy pulling away.
Apparently, yeah.
I saw on Twitter someone said this is an example of where getting spoiled doesn't really matter.
Yo, I'm not even gonna lie, I got spoiled. I read the spoilers and I was still shocked at this chapter.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like I read the spoilers.
So Roger, what did you get spoiled on specifically?
Alright, just a pudding thing, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he's not.
Pudding was evil.
Someone tweeted at me a thumbnail for the video for top 10 Best Actress Oscar winners. And it's a picture of
Wait, oh, really?
Yeah, that's funny. Hold on, I'll show you. Oh, that's you. Dude, that's you. Stupid.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was going to link them to your tweet.
Sanji like start singing Hotline Bling. He's like, used to call me on my snail phone.
Oh wow. People still watch Uzumaki Khan?
Yes.
He hasn't uploaded
the
in like
best live reaction ever. But yeah, he's gone missing because of Final Fantasy 15 and the last Sunset Guardian. So he's gone missing.
Don't forget Overwatch and Sun and Moon. Those games are also hype.
He's gone missing.
Yeah, I was gonna say Overwatch, Final Fantasy, Pokemon. It's been a good year for games.
I know, right?
Yeah, I've been no spoilers, but I've been playing Final Fantasy 15. I'm on chapter 12, one before the big 13 that everyone keeps hyping. Yeah, I'm really impressed. I think it has saved 2016 for me.
Yeah, they need to come out with a good multiplayer game for once, actually, though. All the multiplayer games have sucked. Huge.
Overwatch
is pretty fun.
Overcrotch?
Right.
Oh, come on, guys.
Overcrotch? No,
Yeah.
please stop.
Can we talk about Tracer's gay? Can we talk about that during this video?
I saw something about that. I saw Fanime or Croak. He retweeted that.
Oh yeah,
and he was like, "Yo, this makes Tracer."
showed me. He was like, "Yo, Tracer's gay," and I was like, "Huh?"
Like in the lore?
Yeah.
Like in the comics, yeah.
Dude, that's so dumb. Why do people try to be so edgy and just like make characters gay just for controversy?
I think if you looked at Tracer's hairstyle, you should know from the get-go.
Yeah.
That she's probably
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, what about Zarya? Where's she doing? Like, come on.
Oh, Zarya, definitely. Zarya is probably the one with her.
There you go. On that note, hype chapter. We're gonna have another stream later as well. I mean,
rest in peace, Zeppo.
Yeah.
We gotta have a tribute.
Yeah. R.I.P. my nigga Zeppo.
I want a theory on wait. So we just saw Zeppo in Pedro's crew. We didn't see the rest of those guys.
Yo, what if CP0 is like based on Zeppo? What if it's his legacy? Think about it. CP0.
What was CP0?
He said, "Think about it."
they just like whoever told them to make CP0 pronounced it wrong. They said,
Zeppo.
It's like, bro, we could name that a character.
I don't know about that one. But yeah, like the stream, guys.
They got Zoan Devil Fruit users in CP9 for a reason.
Yo, and it's called
right.
CP0. What if he said Zeppo's age is 0?
Yo, it's funny in one thing.
It was foreshadowing all along, guys.
Oh my God. Take the foreshadowing to another level, son.
Yo, I don't know what you're on about, Roger, that the Oda's, you don't have faith in Oda anymore. This guy's obviously got it.
He's still on top of it, guys. He's still on top of it.
I have faith that Oda is going to do a good job.
I was just joking.
I'm not big on passing God status to human beings, but Oda got that, man.
Yo, I can't wait for, what's her name? The book turner from chapter 7.
100 Girl, yes.
Long arms.
Oh, man.
He's not, I don't know what you guys keep saying she's fodder. Like, honestly.
She's more than just a
page.
She's about to be like Piccolo, stretching arms, getting cauterized.
As soon as you guys saw her, you guys slept on her to the max. You
Wait,
guys
hold
called
on.
her the page turner. Like what?
The page turner. Bro.
Like
That's what she was doing. She was turning pages.
Yo,
That's what she was doing. What were you saying, Froop?
Did we see how long ago it was when Pedro went to Big Mom's Island? Do we remember, or did he say or no? Like the
Over
first
20 years, but I'm not sure about that.
Didn't it say 20?
It was a while ago.
Oh, it was 20 years ago?
Yeah, it was
Not
Still
sure.
live?
20.
It said 20 years, right?
Not sure at all.
What did-
Here it says 5 years. It's one in the chat, I think.
Did it say 5 years?
5 years is still a long time. But it was 5 years.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out if he's gonna die soon, right? Because he said he was like, if he took 50 to 60 years, that he'd die soon.
Yo, guys, what if Jack shows up at the wedding and kills Pedro?
oh God.
No.
Jack shows up.
Wait a minute,
Guys,
guys, I actually forgot to ask.
I want to ask this before you. Sorry.
Jack
You
the
go.
Mink Hunter.
If she would, let's say, right, it's been 55 years for Pedro, and this is his last year of life. If she was going to take 60, there'd be 5 years left. Who would she take them from?
Peckham's, maybe?
Wait, what do you? Wait, say that again.
I was just doing maths.
I'm not sure I understand what you were even
Yeah,
talking
wait,
about.
mathematics.
So for example,
I have
if
a simple,
Pedro
not
only has
simple.
55
Hold
years
on,
of
wait,
life.
let him finish. Yeah.
All right.
If Pedro only has 55 years of life and Big Mom was going to take 60, but dropped it to 50,
Oh
if she'd taken the 60 or the 70 or whatever what she was going to take, who would she have taken the rest from?
Oh,
Well, I
maybe
mean,
he has
she'd be forced
members,
to
I don't know.
settle. She'd be forced to settle with that. There would be no one left.
Yeah. Do fishmen live longer than normal people? Because I'm thinking
Yeah,
that
I think so.
Jinbei, I'm thinking that Jinbei
Oh no, that's giants.
ended up getting the 100 years too, but he might have had to split it with someone or something like that.
Maybe Aladdin took it all. Maybe Aladdin's immortal.
Yeah, but the thing is, is like, I was thinking about that. Like maybe Jinbei's crew took some of the thing, but I feel like Jinbei would be like the type of person that would be like, no.
I'm surprised that like the fishermen haven't played more of a role in this arc yet.
They will.
really
I'm sure
surprised.
at the wedding they will.
I know on the wedding day they will, but like I'm surprised we haven't even seen them since the start.
Do you guys think Judge finds out about this wedding and he plays along with it? Then he has like they go all the way to the wedding and then it's like a huge war.
Yep.
At the wedding.
Well,
I think that was the whole reason for her telling Reiju, so that
I think
she
it would
can
be
do something
great.
about it.
I think it'd be great if like Big Mom thinks like the Vinsmokes are these idiots that are like falling right into her trap, and then literally like Judge is like, I knew you were gonna betray me, and he has something lined up.
Of course, you have to know.
Army just ready at the
Like I placed the entire place with explosives. We got snipers there.
Well, he's already displayed that he's quite intelligent with the fact that like he was like dissing her right in front of her face.
Yeah, right. What
like,
if Judge knew
I don't
that
think
Big
there
Mom
is a betrayal.
had a beef with the Giants? That's why he's like, yo, why aren't there any Giants here?
No, but he knows she was bullshit. No, he was calling her out on bullshit. He was like, yo, you talk about all this stuff, but I don't see any Giants. Oh, you must have missed the Giants. Oh, I missed the Giants? Okay, cool. I missed the Giants. Like, he was just calling her out. So I think he's onto Big Mom. I don't feel like he's as gullible as seems right now. I don't feel like that.
But
I don't think there's a betrayal coming.
Well, he's a mad clever dude. He's like he made the lineage factor or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think. And they were saying things right in front of the homies. Like they.
Yeah, he's not stupid. He ain't stupid at all.
Yeah.
I also really want to see the guests. That's someone just. I think that's like just brought up. Like those guests are still yet to be seen.
You don't think some of those guests are going to be like stuff like some people that for Germa?
Wait, what?
Probably.
Why wouldn't you not?
There's
like,
guests that are invited to the
somebody.
tea party, not just Germa and then Big Mom's family. There's like extra people
there's
that are
actual
invited.
guests. Yeah.
Oh, another party?
I forgot which.
No. It's at the wedding. There's guests, like extra people.
I forgot who brought it up initially, but I really like the idea that of the guests that will be there, because I kind of feel like there are so many characters as it is. I don't think we're gonna get like too many surprise guests. But one I really do like is the idea that Big Mom would have invited Buggy, because
I keep hearing that.
He has something against the Straw. I can see him maybe showing up at this wedding and then being like, "There's Luffy. I didn't expect to see him there." Like, and he didn't know that Sanji was a Vinsmoke. And then Luffy's gonna be like, "Listen, Buggy, I need you to help me again. Remember when I gave you that treasure map?" And Buggy's gonna be like, "Wait, no, I'm here to yell at you because you're still hardened. I don't give a shit. Just help me."
Get into it.
All right, whatever.
I know people thinking like crocodile.
Also the fact that like Buggy and Luffy, like Buggy's beef with Luffy is about giants, and Big Mom has got a beef with giants.
Buggy has a bunch of giants. Oh no.
No, it'd be really funny. I would like that a lot.
Yeah.
And then he follows them to Wano Kuni, right? And then like him and Usopp finally meet, because I don't think they've met before.
Yo.
Someone said, why would she invite guests to something that's not even a wedding but a bloodbath? I mean, you got to make it look realistic.
She wants to kill as many people as possible, man. It's the same way the Red
because
yo, but wait, what if these same people are like old enemies of the Vince
What if people keep on forgetting about what Judge said to Big Mom.
Hello. His mic dropped. Does anyone remember the chapter where Brago, the chapter where we saw the gang in the book?
Yeah.
Where it's a gang. Do you remember what chapter that was or no?
I think it was like 2 chapters ago where gang was in the book.
And say it was 497.
To be honest, I'm really shocked that Reiju didn't get done up by Capone, and it seems to have been Pudding, which doesn't make sense to me because I don't understand what you're doing.
I don't think it was.
But if let's say this continues, right? What role does Capone have? Because Capone literally, I know Germa has an army, Big Mom has an army, but Capone has his own army too.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be the same thing as like, you know how Blackbeard took out Whitebeard last minute. Like even though he was there the whole time, he waited till the very, very last minute before he actually acted. I think it's going to be really similar to that. Like I don't think, but I do think it could still be Capone that did that to Reiju, seeing as she was already bleeding by the time she was talking to Pudding.
But it's just,
there was
like
no indication.
Judge, let's say Judge goes up against her, right? He doesn't stand a chance against Big Mom herself, not at all.
Yo.
Yeah.
I mean,
unless no, but wait though, you could like if he's got the key to life, right? What if like he's got something that directly counters this whole life stealing shit? Because like if you got the formula
like,
to life, then
like, Prometheus and Zeus, how do you deal with like a Yonko? Like for example,
I
like
do agree.
look at Cracker.
You can't do anything.
I don't even like. I think we discussed the previous stream. I don't even think Ichiji and Niji themselves could have dealt with someone like Cracker.
We'll see. And because it's like I don't feel like the Vince Smoker is going to be wiped
but
out
I
by
definitely agree now, Brago, that now that it seems that Sanji might not actually be fighting his brothers, they could be on that level now.
Not even that though. Like when you think about if anything, everyone was so annoyed about the idea of them teaming up at one point. They were all like so against it because it doesn't make sense for them to ever team up with the Vince Smokes after all they did to Sanji. But I mean, if anything, he could do it now though.
Like it's gonna be his brothers, and then like I could even see him like just going crazy and beating the shit out of Ichiji and Niji too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I could see them kind of teaming up now though. After this setup in this arc,
Sanji's just gonna like he's gonna burst. It's gonna be
because
like
it's
gonna be like Satan memories or something.
But remember what Pudding said. Pudding didn't only say that they're gonna kill like just the Vince Smoke, but basically everybody, including the Straw Hats.
Yeah, exactly.
So at this point,
that's why I think that from now on, the possibility of them teaming up isn't that far off.
Have to team up. They have to team up.
Yo,
as much as you hate them.
I'm 100% convinced that Capone is in that same book as Luffy and Nami now.
Yeah.
Well, he just turned the page and like, yo, Capone, help us out. And he's like, yo.
Yeah, that'd be funny. That was a body clone by Capone. That's
Luffy's like yelling, "I'm gonna get out of here at any point." And you just hear, "Yo, shut up!"
Shut up! I'm trying to get some shut eye over here. Like, you know what he could do though? They're not using Sea Stone. If he's in that book, right? He's got men inside him. They wouldn't be chained up. They could just get out and unchain them.
Yeah. I don't think it's that simple, right? Because I mean,
there's a cream guy there, so he's kind of guarding it, right?
But they still need the bookmark in it.
Yeah, the bookmark to bend the bar.
Yo, what if the cheese guy's like, yo, Luffy, I'm tired of listening to you. Turns the page and he's like, I want to speak to Capone now.
No, he doesn't turn the page. The Hunter Girl turns the page. You forgot.
Who do you guys think? Who do you guys think Chopper and them lot are gonna find first? Because they can't actually find Luffy, seeing as he's in the book world. Do you think they're gonna see Sanji first or Brook
with his arms on?
No, they're gonna find fucking Brook in the room with Big Mom, and Big Mom's gonna be completely frozen.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I'm gonna pull up on Reiju.
I don't understand if it's a roulette to take your life away, why are there limbs on there?
I think that it's also like you can either lose 100 years because Pedro gave up his eye, right?
Yeah, but
So,
that was
like,
out of choice.
No, I know, but I'm just saying she probably takes limbs as like some sort of sacrifice as well. I don't know. I don't know if she does anything with the limbs or if it's just for fun to fucking
She
cut
eats
people
them, man.
off. Yeah, she eats them.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Whoa.
Big Mom eating limbs.
Someone said these streams are a giant L without Taekwon.
Yo,
Nah, man.
honestly, I'm calling it now though.
Taekwon's a cool dude, but we always spiral around on the same discussion.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Tyler.
We've covered like the entire chapter in this one stream.
Multiple times.
Which is
Yeah,
like,
because I want to.
So what do you guys think about Luffy telling Nami to rip her arms off?
I also felt like I feel like that had I saw people I forget who I think it was Flash who was talking to me when the spoilers came out. He's like, bro, this chapter's amazing because Luffy's gonna rip his arms off. I'm like,
yeah,
you realize that has zero
like,
weight with Law being in the story? That has zero weight. If Luffy and Nami were to cut their arms off right now, it goes. I guarantee you. Oh, they'd get to Wano and Law would be like, oh yeah, let me saw that on you really quick. Let me fix that up for you. Like that is no weight to the story at all. Like when people lose their limbs now.
It's
I feel
Law.
like, oh, okay, whatever. Law will give it back to the
Law
I'm
didn't
not gonna
fix
lie though.
Sanji
I
and
think that was a
Ekamamushi,
kind of jab towards Sanji, if anything. You know how Sanji's like not willing to lose his hands to save him. I think that's what that was.
Oh, that's actually sick. That's really clever.
Yeah, that's what I think that was.
That's just good writing.
I mean,
on Oda, if that's how it is. Because
So you think Oda hates Sanji as much as you do?
no, it's basically Oda being like, oh, and he's gonna lose his arms, so they might as well lose their arms too. Kind of.
But the thing is, it's not that Sanji wasn't sacrificing his arms. He was sacrificing his life for Luffy.
That's true.
His arms. And I know people say, why you don't
Someone said in the chat that there's a theory that pudding is actually Katsukuri because you can make certain puddings using potato starch.
Yo,
I thought about that too.
That sounds kind of disgusting. So I don't know about that.
Bro, do you guys think that her eye is like kind of like because you know how like her children are like kind of born weird as fuck? Like, do you think she was born with that third eye, or do you think that like that's part of like her devil fruit?
It's a devil fruit, man.
But what if starch is actually?
No, she
Actually,
went to the
she
demon world.
could just erase. She could be erased because you know how like Big Mom collects
The thing
different
is-
races.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you guys think initially she wanted to she had to plan to go along with Big Mom and all that stuff, but then just how Sanji's been treating her and how fed up she is with Big Mom, she kind of turned in the middle of it. I can't do this anymore.
I don't know. I don't think so. Judging by how she looked at Big Mom the first time we saw her all disgusted and stuff, I feel like she looked disgusted, but she didn't say anything. She didn't stand up against it. So I see her as like that sort of child that doesn't want to go along with her plans, but she does anyway. But then I think like this was the one where she thought, fuck it, I'm not doing this anymore.
And especially
Big
how she
Mom
thinks
says-
to Lola, that'd be
she's a
her
good
inspiration for it.
Yeah.
They literally said she's a good actor. Acting when she's with you too. If she's that good of an actor, like how do
That's
you?
what I was saying before. Like she was saying she was a good actor.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been trying to tell you guys. Like within the act, she's acting.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Exactly, theory. Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think she's evil at all. Like I still believe she's good.
Because like, especially if she gets it from her mum as well. Big Mum is pretty good at acting too. But it's more easier to read with her, or I don't know. It depends on how this act turns out. But I really, really, really think not saying what's truly on her mind. She's been playing loads of different cards, and no one's seen it.
This has been
like I think the only thing that Big Mom hasn't got an eye on is the box with the bomb in it. Everything else, she knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Ooh, I forgot about
pretty
that.
good.
All the hype, I forgot about that.
And
How
the same
could I
with what's his
forget
name,
that?
Pound, her ex-husband. He's still around somewhere.
Oh yeah, the apple juice man. He
Yeah, apple juice, man. When is he getting the apple juice, bro?
That's what I'm saying.
I think he's chilling. He's chilling at the apple juice fountain right now, bro.
I need closure,
so
theory.
chill.
I need him to get the apple juice, man. I don't understand. Yeah.
That's who they're
gonna do?
gonna stumble on first. Carrot and Chopper. They're gonna find him, and he's
Yeah.
he's like feeding Jinbei, who's in like a bowl of apple juice.
Jimbo, you ready? Yeah. Like I'm
and then all the apple
out.
juice goes, and then Jinbei's like,
Wait, hold on.
what's gone is
Wait,
gone.
I just want to quickly say this. Yeah, Dark King in the chat, right? Who's saying that? Oh, what are you guys talking about? Pudding is evil, even after it's confirmed. You're like, nah, it's fake.
It's not confirmed.
How is it confirmed?
How
though?
is it
Like, where are you
confirmed?
getting that from? We
Oh
could
my
also
God.
say, oh yeah, it was confirmed that she was good all the time. She was doing good shit, but yet you guys still had a
Exactly.
problem with that.
See, this
I
is
don't
what I'm
see where
saying.
you're
Like,
getting all
people
this
come
from.
in
Like, it's
here
annoying.
and they're like, you guys are so dumb. Like, why are you making
Exactly,
theories?
like,
Like,
what
she's
the fuck,
obviously
man?
good. She's obviously bad. Like, what?
It makes no sense.
Come on.
I don't want to be like rude or seem pretentious, but
But
you can't just take these chapters at face value. Yeah, that's entertaining, but if you try and look behind what we just saw, there's a more entertaining aspect to it.
That's what I tell everybody. Black Piece. One Piece isn't black and white, so like you guys gotta look at
Wait,
it.
when's the next chapter coming out?
In 2 weeks, sadly.
For example, I don't know when these people that like have these like face value kind of perspectives of the series, when they get the Void Century and how I think it's gonna come out, they're not really gonna understand the true value of it, because even from what Rayleigh said, you can't really decide who's in the wrong. Century said there's two different perspectives of how you can see it, two sides to a coin. So when that comes out, I don't know how these guys are going to react to that.
Someone said this chat is cancer, bro. The chat is always cancer.
Welcome.
All chats are cancer on all of YouTube.
That is she lied to my nigga. I mean, I feel like she had to lie to Sanji.
See what I mean? Like, this is what I mean with like, it's the same thing when you guys were calling me a robot back when it was Sanji versus Luffy for not caring.
Yeah, robot
the same,
too.
It's the same issue.
That was me.
Like, yeah, sure, you like Sanji a lot, or you like those characters a lot, and when something bad or sad happens, boo-hoo. Okay, I get that it's sad, but you have to look at the other parts of the chapter too to see in terms of writing if it's any good. That one chapter where he fought Sanji and he was like, I'm not going to eat. Okay, cool. That links to Sanji's past and how he starved. Cool. But then he goes, I'm not going to move from this very spot in Big Mom's territory when, signals are up, alarms are going. It didn't make any sense at the time, which is why I didn't like it. But then immediately the chapter after, Luffy, you can't stand here. We're in enemy territory. We're up against the Yonko. And then they saw the army coming on the hill. All my questions got answered. Without that information from the next chapter, it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
So we've got to wait for the chapter. We've got to wait for the chapters in the future for this one to make sense.
I think by the time this arc ends, everybody will look back on the on this arc and be like, "We're fucking idiots." Like what? Like because Oda's gonna have so many plot twists, and it's gonna be.
I think it's gonna be these next couple chapters are gonna be Sanji's chance to shine.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is, if anything, this is confirmed to me now that like this arc is going to end more with like a revelation for Sanji than anything else.
Yeah, I know that. I know that the pace is going to be increased, like, but I hope that we like really get into like the meat of the arc really soon.
Oh yeah, we will. Sanji's definitely gonna have something, right? And he's gonna get So Sanji, his hell memories. You guys know his hell memories technique. I think it's gonna be like enhanced by like
exactly
a lot.
What if Sanji turns around?
Blue flames.
I'm just saying I can't take like if the next chapter is just fucking Bropper and Mirrorland and Sanji progress. I
wouldn't even care that. I wouldn't care about that if they actually progressed with something. Like if we actually got some sort of interaction with the other Straw Hats. But I just don't want to see them running around pointlessly.
No, yeah, this is actually pretty good because like Oda's really smart and he's not fucking focusing on Bropper like too many panels because no one fucking cares about that part.
You know what's funny for him though? He had like 2 chapters where he had a title. It was like Bropper and then the Mirror Wolves, but it had nothing to do with any of.
Wasn't that the Cracker versus Luffy fight?
Yeah. Yes, that was funny. So we might have like another one. It's like Carrot and Chopper,
right? And Cracker's gonna be there.
So what I want to see, I want to see what Aokiji doing right now.
You know how insane it would be if like Oda was like, you know what, screw
no
this,
reason at all.
And he just shows like Shanks' bounty or something. He just like just goes completely off track.
Just
like,
random.
Yeah.
We got 2 bounties this chapter that I forgot that we didn't have.
Yes.
We never seen Tamagos because you saw Peckham's a long time ago. I was like, oh wow, now you revealed Tamagos. That's why
That is a lot higher than I expected.
I'm not gonna use lower than Ice Spice. I thought it would be higher than Luffy's. I'm not sure why I thought that. I just assumed.
Tamago's
Because
higher.
remember,
I
when
was
he
not
was
sure why you thought that
You thought
either.
Tamagos was going to be higher than Luffy's?
Well, I thought
Yeah,
Tamago was
I have no clue why.
No, I mean it's not that because like Tamago, I thought Tamago was gonna be pretty high up, like not Sweet Commander,
Yeah,
but
I
like,
thought he was,
a
like,
little bit below it.
Yeah. So I thought like he's gonna be up there, but then after you realize it's like 3 guys or more stronger than him, it's like, all right, well, he has to be like
exactly
higher than Peckham's, but.
So I wonder if
What's
I'm
Peckham's
assuming.
level?
Do you guys think that Bombs is probably in between the 400K and then the Cracker's 780?
Yeah,
I think it's
I
higher.
think Bobbin's a bit higher than Tamago.
Yeah, I think Bob is definitely higher than Tamago.
Look at it.
They made a point to make him.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
There's no chance Bobbin is Katakuri, right? No chance.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know, man.
Of course, there's a chance. This is Oda we're talking about.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
like,
because I'm pretty sure didn't they already say his nickname or whatever, Bobbins?
Thrifty Bobbin.
no. They said his like
His
epithet.
nickname Double 4 Anime. Yeah.
Yeah. Double 4 anime.
My bad. So we're gonna see a straight up bloodbath. I don't know. I think we're gonna get some Sanji chapters where he's kind of
Bobbin the Disposer. How y'all gonna call him trash? Hold up. How you
I
guys
just
gonna call
want
him
to see
trash?
a bloodbath, man. Because
All right.
why did Big Mom have to go through all that trouble to get the Vin Smokes under her roof?
I'm just gonna put it out there: Zoro versus Pedro.
I want to add
She could
this.
have took what the Vin Smokes have by force.
Roger, is Roger still there?
I'm
the
still
thing
here.
is, maybe she felt like
Yeah,
take
we've
about
discussed it time and time again in previous streams. But what do you think that the Vin Smokes want out of this arrangement? Because not only have they left the Reverie, but like to do all this just to take the North Blue, that seems a bit too small scale for.
Well, no, they want the power of Big Mom.
Yo.
They said at the very beginning.
But for what?
But it doesn't. But when we get further into this arc, I don't think Judge does. He's got something.
I think Judge doesn't expect. I think Judge expects that somewhat like Big Mom and the family is going to betray them, which is why they want Pudding to live in Germa because he wants like some type of leverage. But I ultimately think like he does think that they are sort of like in an alliance after this, and that he's going to get some of her power. Like I think showing up at the wedding and then like having this, and then maybe like Pudding trying to kill one of the Vin Smokes, that's going to throw him for a loop. I don't think he expects that. And now I think he's going to be like, all right, Germa, call to action, let's go. We're full out war.
Yo, what if like this kind of contradicts what we've seen from the Vin Smokes so far, but like, what if the Vin Smokes are like set up with the world government to kind of like ambush Big Mom at her party? You know what I mean? Like maybe like send like an admiral there or something like that.
Yeah.
With the Vin Smokes to try to take down Big Mom.
Green Bull. Oh,
I mean, it'd be a cool transition. Now that would be really cool if like everything goes awry at the wedding, the Straw Hats escape, they go through the mirror or whatever, and they sail off to Wano, and then the meanwhile at the Reverie arc sort of is like breaking news. This has just happened at Whole Cake Island. Our mission failed. Like trying to take.
No,
that would be sick. That'd be really cool.
I see a chapter ending where Judge is like, "You really think I didn't see this coming?"
Yeah, I can see that.
And then it's
that would be sick. I would love that.
That would actually be so sick. Like Big Mom.
Yeah, I would love that.
He's honestly, Judge is one of the smartest characters we've seen in the series.
Oh yeah,
he's super smart. There's no way he doesn't see this.
So like, I could see that happening like 100%.
I would love that.
And he's like, he still has his arms folded, even though like people are about to attack. Like,
that would really stop a lot of people from sleeping on him as well. Because I'm not like even me, like I'm sleeping on him right now. I don't really think
dude, me too. I'm like, Sanji.
Yeah.
Wait. One Vision. Are you tired?
Not at all.
Oh god.
A lot of people
on Judge right now.
A lot of people have it fucked up when it comes to Judge. Like, there's like a huge
because of the
disparity in
Sanji
where people think. Because people are like Judge is Sanji level. Like, get the fuck.
You can't use fighting to judge everybody though, because like, Judge is a scientist before anything. He's not really a fighter.
But
then even still, Sanji didn't even get a hit in.
Yeah, but Sanji, like, whenever he was like, okay, we saw his face, he was just chilling on the ground. Like, he didn't even get knocked out. He was like just smoking his.
Or like, I feel like people.
But even then though, like what you guys are saying, it still doesn't make sense to me. Because after like Marineford, where Ace was going to get executed, the entire Yonko fleet and allies came to save Ace. You wouldn't think that if you kidnapped Big Mom's favorite daughter, she wouldn't freak out.
Yeah. No, but like his plan wasn't to kidnap her. It was like.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't to kidnap her, but
Yeah,
it was like
yo,
it's kind of
she'll
like a
live with
custody
us.
type thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, a
exactly.
custody type thing.
It wasn't like they.
But he doesn't know that she's the favorite daughter. I don't think anybody does, to be fair.
But even
Apart from
still, just
them.
any daughter of hers, it's like I don't
No,
know.
this was his plan. He was saying like, okay, we'll have them live with us, like that'll be part of the arrangement, and like we'll use that tool if we ever need it. But it's not like they're saying, yo, she has to live with us because we don't trust you.
Like a plan B kind of thing. Like
yeah, it was like their plan B. Yeah.
It was kind of like trying to stop the baby mama from trying to get in all that child support stuff. Basically, that kind of situation.
What if Sanji and Pudding actually got together and had a kid? That would have been awesome, man.
Yo, Pudding's pregnant already.
Yo, what if that's what if they screwed already? What if that's like the big reveal? Is that maybe that's why Sanji has even less hope? Maybe that night when they're hugging each other, maybe they actually.
Yo, that would be insane if she's like at the wedding.
She saw why he's got the name Blackleg Sanji.
Hey.
Well, here's the thing.
Once you go black leg, you never go back.
That could come into play if like after the series it's like a little kid with swirly eyebrows and it's like Oda goes back and like, yeah, you know that time Sanji spent with Pudding?
Oh,
it's like
everybody loves eating some pudding. I know.
Shanks and Makino type thing.
Makino's baby, and everyone was like, "Whose child is that, Oda?" And he was like, "It's that person."
Yo, actually, that person. Okay, you know, I don't know who pointed this out. I think it might have been Theory, but when we were live reacting to the chapter, right, they were talking about how when Pudding was talking to Luffy, her third eye was like staring at Nami.
That was a One Vision. He said it.
Yeah. No, it wasn't me. It was Theory. I mean, I'll happily take the credit, but yeah.
That was Theory. You don't need any credit. All right,
all right, man. That's twice. Roger and One Vision taking my credit.
Okay, but out of credit. What if going off of like what we were saying that like Pudding might be like the double plot twist where she's actually good. Like, what if she was saying that to Luffy, but like at the same time she was like trying to like convey some message to Nami? You know what I mean?
She was winking at
I
Nami.
think it's she knows how riled up Luffy gets about things like this. Whereas if she hadn't done anything, Luffy would have literally just sat there.
Yeah, exactly.
So for her to do this, it spurs him into action.
Can you imagine how creepy that would be?
He even said, I am not moving until Sanji brings me food. But now that she's done this, now that she said she's going to kill Sanji, he can't just sit there. He's got to stop.
I really want to see Ty's opinions of this chapter.
No, right?
He always comes up with something different. Like it's interesting at times.
It's true, and it's very interesting with the things that he comes up with. So
no, but what I'm saying, like, yo, what if her third eye, right?
I gotta go subscribe to him. What's his YouTube channel?
Taekwon 1000 Finest.
Taekwon 1000 Finest.
Put it in the chat.
Actually, he did upload a video. But
he does upload some
automatically. Yeah, he's.
Yeah, because he puts like a bunch of clips in his videos.
No, but what I was saying is like, what if her fruit, right, is like some type of like mind reading power or something like that? Like, you know what I mean? Where like she can like
telekinesis or
something like that. Where like
telepathy.
She can like communicate with you. So what if she was telling Nami like, yo, like I have like this huge plan or whatever, blah 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 blah, and then she's like not gonna tell Luffy. I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit too much of a stretch.
But this is another thing. Rage's face, the way it was drawn in this chapter, it's weird. It didn't look right.
She looked like a soulless body basically.
But the thing is though, she wasn't. The thing is though, she wasn't, because that bit where she's like, "Oh, you're trying to diss me." Rage like turns her head.
Yeah, exactly. But the way she was drawn looked scary.
But Rage looks so unbothered though.
Yeah, she looks like she can't do anything. She can't talk or react.
Probably because she trained for this. Y'all forgetting she's a soldier.
Look at the way her eyes are drawn. They seem soulless.
Yeah,
because she a soldier.
I don't see it that way. To me.
No,
they don't look right. They don't look right at all.
Yeah, they don't look.
What if she just sees through the right in this arc? Is anything really right in this arc?
After all that, she said, "What a beautiful personality you have." Like she knew this all along.
Yeah, the one thing that's been right in this arc, I feel like for sure, has been the Pedro stuff. Man, Pedro versus Tamago.
That stuff is
Can we agree though that Leg Benedict is the best move?
Legs Benedict.
Yo,
like Benedict for Burning Blood.
Yeah, y'all think the wedding's still gonna happen?
Yes. Yes.
Wait,
it's gonna be like so.
Will we see Caesar at the wedding?
No,
Or
this
will he be like a behind?
It's gonna be
the wedding because of this. I think Sanji is going to probably do his best to maybe he's gonna like save Reiju here or something, and then leaves the room. But I think Sanji goes along with it, does his best acting gig, goes up to the wedding, and right when Pudding thinks like she's about to kill him, Sanji just kicks her in the fucking face.
Yo, there's a picture. Yeah, there's a picture someone made on Twitter. You know when Sanji kicked Luffy in the face and knocked out his tooth?
Yeah.
They put Pudding's face there instead.
But Sanji doesn't hit women though, is the thing.
Yeah,
I know, but
I can't imagine him doing it. I can't.
But that's what they're saying, Jack. That like this is his turning point. I don't agree, but this is what they're saying.
You're not a woman, Pudding. You're a piece of trash.
No, the only
Come
way
on
I
the
will
bottom
ever,
of my shoes.
the only way I will ever like
You're a
Sanji-
lowly pirate.
The only way I'll ever like Sanji as a character is if he kicks fucking Pudding in the face.
Oh my god.
No, that's so bad.
I would hate that.
You know how many-
The only thing I see him learning from this is not to be head over heels for every woman he sees.
No, but like the thing is,
what
like
happens
the
all
whole
time.
thing with like Sanji not hitting women is so like it's such like I
It's such a
understand it's
crutch.
honorable, but it comes up so much in the story, like it's so annoying.
For Neverworld just tweeted this, and it's cursing not Pudding. You're definitely getting more reaction to today's One Piece chapter.
Hey man, One Piece
What did he
fans
say?
are going crazy around the world.
Say
bro.
that again.
He just spent a good 15 minutes cursing out Pudding.
That's right. Spent a good 15 minutes cursing out Pudding. Dude, this is good. I want to
The
watch
opposite.
it. I'm excited. I want to see what he's going to do.
Yeah.
I guess he's really.
review yet, or is he just?
He said it's more of a reaction than a review because I guess he's hurt or he's mad at how Pudding played Sanji.
Is he gonna rant?
Y'all think he gonna cry?
So I don't understand like why he'd be mad.
He's gonna
Y'all
rant.
think he gonna cry? I think he gonna
Yeah,
cry.
He's gonna be like, "I
Rant.
told you so," because I think he's on board with the evil Pudding thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always
right.
been. He's always been on board with it. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
Right,
people
right,
have
right.
been on board
Yeah, a
there.
lot of people have been.
Let's let it play
Yo,
out.
like
I still believe in Pudding 2017.
Yeah,
Me too.
Yeah, because like the whole thing with me in this arc is that I can't predict where it's going. Like I've been
that's
saying
what I'm
stuff
saying.
over and over again, but then like something always comes into play that completely changes how I think about it. And then the one thing about this whole Pudding thing is that it didn't do that.
Yeah,
Like, it was exactly what everyone was predicted, and I don't think that's right.
I think I've said it every whole cake stream ever since we confronted Cracker. Chance that they can just get Sanji.
Yeah,
Something
I
has
agree.
to happen to help them.
yo, in the fights, like I don't know who's gonna fight who. Like I just like the
It's
Pedro
very
versus
unpredictable.
Drago, like I could have predicted that, but like everything else, like Brooke seeing Big Mom, like who would have predicted that? Like
No,
honestly,
back when we started, I thought it was Brooke versus Tomogo.
that's what I'm saying. Like
I mean,
people-
I always said from the start of Whole Cake Island that it was going to be Luffy, like the Straw Hats and the Vince versus Big Mom, just because of the fact that like that's the only way the matchups made sense to me, like for the arc. But I don't know. It's still
It's just when we saw Cracker and that Luffy couldn't 1v1 the man. I was like, there's not a chance.
Yeah,
Not a
but
chance.
some people are just forgetting the other parties. Like we
Yeah,
have
they still got
Jinbei,
two of
we have
those dudes.
Capone, we have like everybody. Like we have all these
Caesar.
Caesar. Yeah, like we have
Yeah.
all these other people who could be like candidates. for
Yeah.
some reason.
So I think it wouldn't make sense for Big Mom and Luffy to ally to defeat Germa.
Yo,
It made
what
more
if in the
sense.
middle of the wedding you just hear like a giant explosion and then
He's got like
Yo,
10 girls with him.
Yeah, Brago, you bring up a good point. Like, it wouldn't make sense at all that she would need teaming up to defeat Germa. She's more than capable. Her crew are more than capable of
Yeah.
taking down.
Yeah, so it's
Germa.
like Germa needs
Yeah, but German
well,
needs to help.
would
Yeah.
need help. But it's like for Germa, they brought their whole kingdom into Big Mom's territory
Mhm.
of it. And like I said, what a better way to infiltrate than to do it right there while you're in there. Already here, we might as well take what we want.
Wait, didn't Caesar used to work with
Yeah, he saw a Vegapunk and Judge.
yeah, so okay, so maybe everyone
Well,
always says
not confirmed Judge, but he used to work with Vegapunk.
yeah, so maybe everyone was saying like what's gonna happen to Caesar after Whole Cake, maybe he just goes with Germa.
Yo, do you think he actually knows Judge though? I think he has to.
It depends on.
remember
It depends.
Judge-
Like,
no.
I said, everybody say, someone said Judge knows what he's doing.
but we don't know.
Right
Someone,
beneath his
I
Germa
just
is
did that. Sorry, this is a little off topic, but I put up my review and I'm looking in the comments and someone wrote, "Would you have rated this chapter higher if you weren't spoiled?" And I wrote back to them. I'm like, how can I give a higher rating than 5 out of 5? I feel like a lot of people in the comments saying I'm salty. Not watch all the way.
Wait, Roger, you gave that a
Roger,
5 out of 5?
that's the exact thing I hate. Where people just skip through, like, and then comment.
I'm like, how do I give a rating higher than 5 out of 5? How, like, it makes no sense to me.
If your ratings aren't higher than 5 out of 5,
I think they should. I think there should be a feature you're not allowed to comment unless you watch the whole thing.
Yeah. Like, you ever seen
only
the
on certain videos or like all videos?
The great video right after the upload.
Sometimes I like seeing how people's comments change throughout the thing, because like I'll get someone comment at like 3 minutes saying one thing, and then 10 minutes later they'll be like, oh yeah, I didn't think about that, blah blah blah. Like I like seeing that at times.
I like that. But you don't always
Like they correct themselves, but you don't always.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the
I think Jack, you face your fair share of retarded comments as well.
Yeah.
Stream and like after like uploads, it's like a great video. Or there's like a 10-minute video right after uploads.
Yeah,
great video.
You didn't watch that shit.
Yeah, if you did not watch it, you just want to be first. Yeah.
Like, thanks, man.
First. I'm here, guys. The first.
Oh, that was rude.
What? That was my impression. No, that wasn't my time.
No, but that's what Brago asked him. He's like, "Is that tight?"
Oh no.
Scape did it last night.
I did, and y'all said I sounded like Ty, and I was like, I don't know.
But nah, all right. On that note, like the stream, people. We're gonna get it another streaming later. But join that one.
Anyway, I appreciate y'all coming.
Subscribe.
I love you all.
Appreciate Roger joining.
Like for a Rouge.
Why does Roger get an honorable mention? What about Jack Piece?
Appreciate. Huh?
What the fuck is that?
What?
No, I'm
Jack Piece ain't usually here. Why don't you give him an honorable mention?
Thank you, buddy.
Honorable mention to Jack Beast, Roger, and JoyBoy.
I appreciate all you guys joining.
That's true.
How about that? JoyBoy, he left early, but appreciate him joining as well. So we need some lighting in the stream.
What about Fury Free?
You mean Robot too?
Yeah.
Robot.
Your channel's dead.
Wow. Just gonna come out there like that, Fru.
Anime. You're mentioning dead channels.
I'll come back when Garb comes back to the manga.
Wait, Roger, did you just say double?
Wait, let me ask this last question. Roger, how far are you in Kingdom? Have you started it yet?
I am on chapter 206 right now, and I'm starting to read through it at 12. So
are you gonna make a video about that?
Of course, of course. Yeah, I'm doing a read through. Remember?
Wait, you're doing a read through live, or you just no? Wait, so
I'm starting my read through at 212.
Oh,
what
okay,
is it
okay,
gonna be?
okay.
Is it gonna be like a live thing or what?
Yeah, it's gonna be like what I did with My Hero. Yeah, it's gonna be like a live read through.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool. Wait, what is 260?
Flying Panda's got the complete opposite. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Panda, get in tonight's
opposite
stream.
opinion to Roger. He was like, what did I say?
He said he's evil.
Pudding's obviously evil, and I said, nah, she's good. And then he was like, nah, she's evil. If she's good, it spoils one of the best chapters of the year. Whereas Roger's the complete opposite opinion, where it's like she's evil, but
like
that ruins what could have been like a really good chapter.
That's why I'm saying One Piece isn't black and white. People got different opinions on everything, man.
Yeah.
There's so many factors.
But like,
So I'm
Roger's
like,
opinion is
right now
valid because of the fact that like it's true. Like it doesn't make any sense if she actually.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, I can cut that.
You were asking though, Brago, where that is in the story in Kingdom. That's like, I think it's like, I'm right smack. I think like halfway through the Sanyo campaign arc, or Sanyu, however you say it. So I'm like right in the middle there. 206 is like smack dab in the middle. 212 is apparently a chapter called Villain, and that's where people told me to start. So
it's.
I gotta read.
I don't want to spoil.
Yeah, don't
spoil, but I will.
If anyone who's read Toriko through and read it weekly and has also read Kingdom can tell me whether it reaches them Toriko levels of hype, then I might consider it.
Oh, it's been that.
It's better. Oh
It's been
god,
there.
that's a statement.
Yeah, you're telling that to Theory too. You're telling that to him.
Theory, just read 20 chapters, bro. Just read 20 chapters.
Okay, done.
I thought you said it gets trashed.
Did you say read read the first 20 chapters of Kingdom.
Yeah,
Read the first 20.
Okay.
Just the first 20.
I think
I wanted to start Kingdom anyway, but I haven't had the time.
I mean, I'm gonna
Read
be
the
honest.
first
I don't think the first I don't think that the story really gets that good until he like actually. Well, I don't really want to spoil
No.
it.
But the thing is, well,
just like what
gets
chapters
hyped
for
there,
like.
but then he
No,
can
but like
get,
I don't really know like the chapters, but it's like when like the real battles start. I guess is like what I can say. Like when the actual
Okay, so after the intros, it's like it gets
yeah, like the first war is like pretty good. It's like all right, but like once you get after the first war, everything after that is really good, and then it just keeps.
See, that's what
getting
I like when
better.
shows are like, "Hey, here's our introduction. Oh, you like this arc? Well, bam, next arc is even better."
Yeah, that's the thing
I
because
love
like
stories like that.
all the arcs are like wars and shit like that, so it's like huge like battles.
I
And shit
want
like
to say also, not to be like a fanboy as Ty would say anything, but Roger, man,
You're
for you to
biased.
diss my hero like you did today, I respect that.
He didn't diss my
Hey,
Because
the fans of
I've
Mike.
been trying to tell people that this series has not lived up to the potential that it's supposed to have.
right,
People have been
because like I
sleeping on me, or
my hero, and I thought like, man, this is
Serious
amazing,
Star for allies, bro.
so good. And
I
like,
agree.
oh man, Summer Festival was so good. And then this last arc, not the I can't speak for the past 5 chapters, but I could speak for the arc where I dropped it, which was the like the provisional license exam. And I was like, what is going on here? Like, why did why did this series suddenly get so bad? Like, and maybe it's getting better now. I don't know, but like,
No, it's because
I haven't read the past like 6.
You read One Piece,
neither, yeah.
So it's like you got to compare it to something.
Here's the thing with it, because it's so new. Things that seem redundant in a
But
way,
it's not
because they're trying
new.
to
It's
introduce
100
these
and whatever
characters
it's
and give them
chapters
more
in.
development. Trying to develop these characters, so it's like given the provisional license, you have the festival. It's like they're trying to develop all the characters that's been introduced because it's a school. You have a lot of characters.
So many. The issue with that is that they're trying to develop all these characters that you then get confused.
Thank you.
Are and like. Because like if you look at if you look at
Theory's so happy right
Yo, Theory, are you controlling Roger right now?
Yo,
controlling Roger right now?
Can I get a virtual handshake, because that's like the best thing that's ever come out your mouth.
Kai literally gave fucking Theory his mind control powers.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because you're reciprocating what I said to them.
Exactly.
It's like there's
because like look at one. No, but like let me make a point. It's like One Piece 100 chapters in was Rogue Town, right? And or Log Town, whatever you want to call it, like where Dragon gets introduced for the first time. Like
I think
at that
point, it was even less than that. I think it was you got to the Grand Line by 100 chapters.
Still like East Blue, whatever, like Buggy and like Arlong and stuff. My hero, we have like the main final villain of the series, Sensei. Plus you've got like we didn't meet Akainu until like Marineford. That was like 600 chapters in. We didn't meet Dragon until chapter 100. Like the fact that
I don't compare to one
characters so early on, it's like, why are you doing?
You have to kind of compare it to now.
You can't really compare it to that though, considering One Piece is so much longer than the majority of the other things.
Comparing it to chapter 100 of One Piece to chapter 100 of My Hero, and the
I know,
setup
but
of what
the pacing is completely different though, isn't it? Because One Piece, look how long it's been going for.
No, it's not. The pacing is not different. We went through in the same amount of time in My Hero. We went through the Summer Festival. We went through the provisional license. We went through Stain. We went through the introduction. We went through them, getting inducted into UA, and we went through the camp. That's 6 arcs. One Piece, we went through the East Blue Saga, which was Arlong Park, Orange Town, Log Town, Serp Village, and then the introduction of the story.
But here's the thing with that, the difference is though, with each arc, you kind of got each character's development because you're adding individuals to a crew.
Right.
It's like you're starting off at a school.
It's like 100 characters at once that are all getting development at the
Like,
same time.
look, I said it to you as well. Like, if you look at Naruto again, for example, because you said it's a similar comparison, because there were a lot of students. By 100 chapters, we were in the Chunin exams. Like, that's when we started developing those other.
But we still,
but we were started. No, this is when you started fighting Neji. So you'd already done the Rock Lee. You'd already done like you already done the Sound Village. You'd already done Gaara. Like you'd already done all these guys. They were developed enough for you to care about them, enough. And then after that, you got the Sasuke retrieval arc.
I'm broken here that you care about at the moment.
I don't care about any of them.
Well, you just don't.
Maybe what's her name? Momo, because she's actually a well-developed character, and same with Todoroki.
It's
And
because
All Might.
Momo's cute, right?
No, she's had so much more screen time than the other students
That
that
is
she's
true.
the only one I can like have a connection to. Like whereas Bakugo, he's just annoying. Deku annoying, and you already know how that asshole with the 1,000,000%. But then we're gonna start on that. But yeah, like for example, the Invisible Girl, the dude with the tail, the one that like gets dumb when he does his electric ability. Like you know, these guys, I don't know who the hell they are.
You don't know their names. The one that
What
gets
was his
dumb.
name? Oh shit. Calamari. I don't remember.
It's something similar to that.
And then not just that, I already told you. Like if it was
You
just
forgot
them,
Sue.
if it was Sue, if it was just those guys, it'd be better. But there's another class, and then there's another school. It's like, oh my god, there's too many.
Introducing too many.
It's a school.
I think he just got a little too excited with his manga. He was just like pushing out characters, man. Honestly.
Yeah, that's a good point. Someone in the chat said, "Why doesn't Big Mom just kill Luffy right away? What's the point of capturing him if the
Because she's playing games.
No, but I'm just saying,
Little
like,
pirate
if
game.
what Pudding was said
Little
was
pirate
true
game.
to where
She's
like her
playing
whole entire plan was to like kill the Straw Hats, like why did she capture them?
That's another reason why I say it wasn't.
Yeah,
Pudding
I agree
didn't
with
say that it was Big Mom that did it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like,
Someone just pointed out. Did we notice the yolk coming out of?
Of course.
Tamago?
Yeah, we did. Whenever we were group reacting, I yelled, literally, is that a yolk coming out of him?
We noticed it.
Where?
All right, guys. I
weird.
gotta bounce. But thanks for having me. I will be back.
Thanks for
again.
coming in, bro. Appreciate it.
You got it, man.
We
Wait, are we still live?
Yeah, we're still
yeah, we are.
Oh wow.
We're still live.
It's a
Like
classic
the stream-
Brago.
Wait a minute, when did we go live? What?
Oh yeah, so like the stream, continues
stream.
conversation.
Like yeah, I
Subscribe to
swear he said that like how long ago? Like he was
I
wrapping
did.
it up.
He said it 8 times.
Subscribe to Theory 2. Follow Fruit
Oh,
on
thanks, man.
Twitter. Fruit.
If you do subscribe, you're not gonna get content for like another 10 years.
just don't follow me on Twitter. You're not
Subscribe,
going to.
subscribe
follow.
anyway, because you will get some
Bye, guys.
high quality content, unlike Brago D Ace here.
Ouch. Don Brago.
What? I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. What did you
You can go back and stream and find out later. Don't worry about it.
say? Okay. Okay. Rouge.
Hey,
A Rouge player.
Mary
One
Rouge
Vision
missed
Jack
everyone.
Piece.
Yo.
Devil Leg. But when did Oscar leave the stream, or is he playing
No,
video
he's
games?
still here.
He left the stream.
Yeah, he's still here.
No, he's still in this chat, but he's just muted, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna try and get another stream out later to get some different thoughts on the chapter. But yeah, like, subscribe,
Smash
Like the
the
stream.
button.
Like the
Smash
smash the like button.
Like
Detroit,
the stream.
1,000
Detroit,
likes.
1 million
like the
times.
stream.
Detroit smash the like button in the words. Of
Like the stream and like the stream.